Colorado, a massive logo that takes up pretty much half the field, colored creases, colored end lines. It just makes for a little better visual optics for everybody.
Absolutely, Teddy. It looks sharp from up here. You know, they keep talking about how huge this Mammoth game is in this team, so they made the logo huge as well.
Taking a look at tonight's coaches, of course, the triumvirate of Pat Coyle, Chris Gill, and Dan Stroop on the Mammoth bench. And on the opposite side, a guy who's very familiar with all three of those guys, a legend in his own right, Kurt Molosky. Your starting goaltenders tonight for the Colorado Mammoth, no surprise, it's Dylan Ward between the pipes. Dylan Ward comes in with a 2-1 record, 10.62 goals against average and a .794 save percentage. At the other end of the floor, it's Frankie Scigliano. He's 1-0 with a 10 goals against average and a .750 save percentage. His first game last week against Vancouver, coming off that one-game suspension.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for Scigliano getting the nod this season with Mike Poulin going to the Georgia Swarm. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays here. His first game as a start here at the Pepsi Center.
It'll be, as we've talked about in the pregame show, an intense battle from the opening faceoff to the final whistle. Tonight's first half faceoff being brought to you by Ford. It'll be Dan Coates against Tyler Burton. Coates, he's 31 of 60. Burton, 19 of 37. No Bob Snyder tonight. He's scratched for Calgary, and scratch number 28, Brent Adams. He is scratched. He was put on the active roster late in the day as Ilya Gaich was moved to the first level injured reserve. And we're underway. Coates wins the opening draw, picked up there by Cam Holding. And then it scoots to Joey Capito, who runs over, and Greg Downing has it now for Colorado. Downing, swim move, gets inside, takes the shot, just bounces it away from the near side post, and it's picked up there by Dan McCray. Here's Jeff Shatler. Runs towards the bench side, then gives it near side to Curtis Dixon. Dixon leads the Roughnecks with 12 points, 7 goals and 5 assists. And he's looking inside feet, almost was going to be there. Dixon tries to get a shot off, gets his stick deflected. It's picked up there by Robert Hope. And the Mammoth will break out of their own zone.
Teddy, we talked about how the Mammoth offense see the ball go through Callum Crawford's stick. Curtis Dixon is that guy for the Calgary Roughnecks on the right side of the floor.
Noble near side to Zach Greer. He had the assist on the game-winning goal. Scored by Eli McLaughlin. Pass to Wardle was knocked down by the stick of Mike Carnegie. Ball loose, players battling for it. It's picked up there by number 16, Mike Carnegie. His brother is Scott. He wears 24. Garrett McIntosh finds Shatler off the bench. He'll go for a change. It's now in the far low corner. Holden Catoni to Tyler Digby, near side to Wes Berg. Berg inside, pass to Digby, doesn't connect. Digby was open on the slip pick, but he's able to pick up his own rebound with 3 in the shot clock. Shatler trying to find time and takes the shot and just missed. It'll be a shot clock violation. While we have a break, let's go down between the benches to the third member of our broadcast team, former Mammoth captain Johnny Gallant. Johnny, how's it going down there?
Oh, thanks, Ted. It's going very well. You know, so far, both teams really trying to get their feet underneath them on this Friday night start here.
A late start on Friday, trying to let everybody get in from work. And here is Zach Greer. Zach Haywire's. His first game was last week, picked up a couple assists. Here comes Tyson Bell on the break the other way. Bell picked up there by Creighton Reed. Tries to find an outlet and goes to the front of the net and then finds Dane Doby. Curtis Dixon skips it back to Dane Doby. Watched there by Downey. Gets a pick from Holden Catoni. That'll be an illegal pick on Catoni. And here comes Colorado the other way. Jordan Gillies has the man up the floor. Gillies doesn't pass. Takes the shot. Top corner goal. Jordan Gillis with his first of the year in transition gets the Mammoth on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, Jordan Gillies, he's definitely a dangerous transition threat for the Mammoth here. I was watching him in warm-ups. He's one of the first guys out on the floor. He's got such a quick release, and he likes that high-to-high shot, getting the goalie dropping, and just a great overhand snapshot to the top corner. Great start here for the Mammoth.
Gillis is first of the season from Robert Hope at 2:32 I thought he was going to headman the ball to Joey Capito, but he decided to keep it and made the right decision, obviously, as he picked top corner on Chiliano's stick side. The Mammoth jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Garrett McIntosh, hounded by 3 Mammoth defenders off the face-off, does a nice job keeping his feet moving, finding space, and dishes off to Curtis Manning. Here's Riley Lowen. Lowen was picked up by the Roughnecks in a trade with the Saskatchewan Rush. Shot by Dixon, and he goes posted in. And Dixon gets his 8th of the year. It's 1-1.
That was a great shot by Dixon. Johnny, you always talk about the pressure up the floor when teams are changing. I'm surprised they got a good opportunity there, because they really only had 4 guys on the floor, and you can see Dylan Ward dropping that right knee, and Curtis Dixon had his head up the whole time and just snuck it by him.
Well, you can see he's got the room to step into that shot and just shot it right around the Mammoth defender. A tough angle and a tough sight line for the Colorado Mammoth goalie there, and right off, like you guys said, right off the pipe and in the net.
Curtis Dixon never really knows what's known as a bad angle shot. Dixon took about 2 or 3 steps inside the restraining line before letting that shot go, and he can pick those spots. Not a lot of guys are going to shoot that, but Curtis Dixon is one of those ones that does it on a regular basis with a lot of success. Interference called on Colorado, so possession back to the Mammoth, looking to take a 2-1 lead. 11:45 remaining in the opening quarter here from the Pepsi Center. Holden Katoni loses possession, but it bounces right to Jeff Shatler. Shatler tries to go inside to Digby, ball's loose. Nice job there by Greg Downing to bat it loose away from Curtis Dixon. Bodies battling along the end line. Digby matched up with 3 defenders from the Mammoth. Curtis Dixon kind of playing in the weeds there, seeing if a ball will pop out, but that'll be a shot clock violation. Nice job there, Johnny Gallant, by the Mammoth defenders just to keep that ball loose.
Well, it was a great possession on the defensive end. That was the first time the Roughnecks really had the ball on the left side, and they really shut down Shatler and Doby on that side, let the ball go to the 3-man side, and collapsed that, got the ground ball.
Callum Crawford near side, Eli McLaughlin tried to go inside off the pick to Chris Wardle, but he had his pass knocked down. And it'll be scooped up there by Garrett McIntosh. McIntosh tried to find a man laid off the bench, but it goes right into the stick of the Mammoth defender. That's Cam Holding. He doesn't have numbers, so he'll slow things up and stick around and play a shift to O. Greer to Noble. Crawford shot. Chiliano makes a save right off the chest protector. Thought about a long outlet pass. Will go near side to West Burton.
We saw that strategy a lot by the Mammoth last week, Teddy, where they get the ball moving from side to side, and Callum Crawford catching the ball, already moving his feet and just attacking his defender immediately. He got a good shot off there. Chiliano was up to the task to make the save.
Shatler's inside feed to Doby, just missed, picked up by Bird, skips it far side. Riley Lowen, inside feed. That goes off the stick of Curtis Dixon. 3 on the shot clock. And that'll be another shot clock violation here on the Calgary Roughnecks. That's their 3rd in the opening 5 minutes. And with that, we will head to our first TV timeout. Calgary got on the board first, but Jordan Gillis tied up with his first of the year. It's 1-1. We'll back in a minute here on Altitude.
It is time for my box bosses at number 3. It's been a difficult start for the Buffalo Bandits, but a bright spot in that lineup has been Ryan Benesh. He came up with 3 goals and 2 assists in week 1, and then followed that performance up with a 3-goal and 4 performance in week 2. The Bandits want to turn things around. They're going to have to rely on their offensive superstars, and Ryan Benesh is a player that they're going to need to lean on. He was good for the team, and he has to continue to be strong for them. At number 2, for the Colorado Mammoth, I have Callum Crawford in an extremely big night against the New England Black Wolves. 4 goals and 4 assists, 8 points in this game. A big reason for Colorado's big win over the Black Wolves. And then at number 1, I have Superman, Curtis Dixon, 6 goals, 1 assist over the Vancouver Stealth. Just played an incredibly strong game. Vancouver couldn't find a way to shut him down. He's a tough player to play against. Speed, strength, agility, he really does it all. And he did it in this game against the Stealth. And for that reason, he is my number 1 box boss.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sports Interaction, Canada's home for worldwide sports betting. Bet responsibly at sportsinteraction.com. Disclaimer, only residents of Canada may open an account with Sports Interaction. The service is not available to users outside of Canada.
1-1 between the Necks and Mammoth. As you notice, the big brand new turf inside the Pepsi Center, and it's been a process to get it here, but man, does it ever look good.
Yeah, Teddy, I got the opportunity to come here this week, and you know, watching the conversion crew and the staff put it together and the time they take. And
who's that?
Oh, look at that little one.
Who's that, Jamie Shuchuk?
Who doesn't like cute babies?
You want to give a shout out to your young daughter?
Yeah, it's my little one. That's Emerson. Her first time at the Pepsi Center. It was pretty cool to get her out here.
She was probably on the turf before I was. Lucky Emerson. Back to live action here at the Pepsi Center. Jeremy Noble gets a high screen from Jacob Rouet. Cross crease feed to Zach Greer. Greer underneath, flips it to McLaughlin. The ball popped in and out of his stick. Noble picks up the rebound, low to high, just missed. McLaughlin gets gets the rebound. Crawford, swim move, 5 on the shot clock. Everybody's bailed on him. He's just going to throw one to the corner, just missed. And then Greer couldn't get a handle on it. A couple of Roughnecks defenders on the far side having words with the referee, wanting a moving pick on the far side, but didn't get the call. Here come the Mammoth the other way. Sorry, the Roughnecks. Dane Dobie. Watched there by Greg Downey, gets underneath. Flips it up. Outside shot from Holden Katoni. And interference called on Calgary. Here we go with the Mammoth possession. Jacob Rouet, far corner. Callum Crawford. And now near side, the rookie Zach Haywires. Nice feed to Crawford. Pump fake on the jump shot. Now he'll step back and shoot. Just missed wide. Goes off the near side board, picked up by Haywire. Diagonal feed again. Crawford. Pump fake on Tyson Bell. Throws another fake, backing down his defender. Got to get a shot off. This is going to be a shot clock violation on the Mammoth. As Haywires just roll in the corner. A little too much cross-floor passing that time, James Shuchuk.
Yeah, I think it definitely needs to spin through X in the top center there. And you know, I like what Callum Crawford's doing. He's taking a few shots. He hasn't hit the net in all his shots, but he's changing it up. He's not going one corner every shot, and you know that's why he's so dangerous on the offensive end.
Dixon to Riley Lowen. Calgary hasn't had a shot on net in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Shots are 3-1 in favor of the Mammoth. Katoni with a head of steam. Comes around the top, finds Dixon, pump fake. Nice defense there by Taylor Stewart. Now he'll shoot. Nice save there from Dylan Ward off the right arm. First shot in almost 5 minutes there for the Roughnecks. Digby trying to get underneath. Watched there by Coates. Dive shot saved there by Dylan Ward. And they'll call crease violation on Digby. Here's Cam holding at center. Holding will leave it off for Eli McLaughlin, who gives to Zach Greer. Greer, tuck and go. Feeds off the Wardle, shoots at a bouncer, just missed far post. 10 on the shot clock. Greer gets the rebound. Noble will shoot, he just missed to the far side. Curtis Manning picks up the loose ball. Man out the front gate. They're going to call too many men on the Roughnecks. And head coach Kurt Milosky saying our guy was there. But that's going to be a too many men call on Calgary. So Colorado will have the first man advantage of the game. And they'll look to improve on their third best in league power play, who's 8 for 14. And they're going against the number 2 short man unit for the Calgary Roughnecks, as McIntosh will serve the bench minor for too many men.
Yeah, that's a call that coaches are always going to argue. Johnny, you got a good view down there. Keep us posted on how the changes are going throughout the game.
Power play unit out there on the floor for Colorado. Noble will set things up. They'll go strong right. Noble and Greer play 1-2. Down low Crawford. Greer, pump fake, shot, nice save from Chiliano as he was at the top of his crease to make that save on Greer. Outlet to Greg Harnett. He'll slow things up and give off to Holden Katoni. He fires it to Dobie. Far side Jeff Shatler, watched by Robert Hope. Shatler pushed high by Bryce Sweeting. Shaved off the mullet, going with the short tight. Inside feet to Berg, and he couldn't handle the pass. Calgary has 2 short-handed goals on there. They're very, very dangerous man down. And here comes the Colorado Mammoth power play unit back out on the floor. Noble, McLaughlin, Crawford, Greer, and Rouet. Here is Noble, goes far side, Callum Crawford gets a pick. Pump fake, takes the shot right on target. Chiliano carries it to the side. And they're gonna call interference on Mike Carnegie. Reset to 30, Greer to Noble, Crawford. Pump fake, back to Noble. Greer. Calgary just wishing Colorado was shooting, then an interference called on Rouet in the middle. Here comes Calgary, Harnett to Doby, dive shot, and he scores. They're gonna wave that off, crease violation, but Dane Doby's so dangerous in transition, well, we're gonna get a delayed penalty coming up here to the Mammoth. And I think that's Jeremy Noble making his way to the box.
Yeah, Teddy, that would have been Dane Doby's 300th career goal. That's a
Colorado number 35, 2-minute slashing.
Let the ref call the penalty there. Jeremy Noble chasing him down, just did too much there and altered the shot. Now you see the challenge flag thrown from the bench by Kurt Miloski.
Yeah, Dane Doby may not look like the fastest guy out there when you see him, but he's so good getting off that bench early, keeping the defender on his back, and he scores so many of his goals in transition like that.
He took a wonderful angle. You guys mentioned earlier about Calgary trying to get a jump off the bench here. He took a really good angle off that bench, made the pass easy to receive, and really protected it well and got that shot in. Noble gave him just an extra little slash on his way through to draw that penalty.
So head official Ian Garrison will come in and have a look to see if Dane Doby was indeed in the crease. You can see Dane Doby actually wearing the U-Hawk camera on his front of his face mask. So Ward makes the initial save, and now the question is, does Doby get in the crease before the ball crosses the goal line?
Ooh, I don't know.
This could be Dane Doby's 300th career National Lacrosse League goal.
Calgary feels like it's a good goal. They saw that highlight, the same one we're looking at here, and their bench erupted.
I think it might be. You see right here, the ball's crossing the line right there. I don't think Dane Doby's in the crease.
If it is a good goal, Dane Doby will join a very illustrious club with 300 National Lacrosse League goals.
Calgary's so confident they've sent out their face-off team here, ready for the face-off after this good goal.
That's a tough one for the refs to call. There's a lot of feet there. Can't really tell who's who.
And again, the call on the floor was no goal, so we'll have to find definitive proof that this ball is over the goal line before Doby touches down. This might be the best angle we get of it. He's still in the air there. That's close.
It's hard to tell too, because it looks like the post is a little bit off on that near side angle.
This is going to be a tough one for Ian Garrison. He's taking a long, hard look at it. Now, does the butt end count?
It sure
It
does.
would count. Now, this is where I would love to see split frames. Split screens, line them up. But it's a very, very close one. Garrison taking advantage of all the replays here at the Pepsi Center. Ward makes the initial save with the stick. Ball goes between his legs. And then Doby touches down, but where is the ball? You can see Kurt Miloski and Chris Gill, the coaches for both teams, just kind of having chuckles with each other as they walk up and down their benches. And here comes Ian Garrison. We'll have to see what he says.
Confirmed, no goal.
The call on the field stands, no goal. So Dane Doby will have to wait to join that 300 club. We'll play 4 aside for 24 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. The original call was no goal. You know, like you mentioned, has to be definitive evidence. So, that's a good call by the referee through there. I don't think Doby's two-faced about it either.
Doby's had enough goals called back on crease violation but it's just the kind of type of game he plays. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 23. A lot of open space out there for the guys on Oak. Here's Jeff Shatler working with Dane Dobie, comes near side Dixon. Skip past Shatler, comes around a pick. Shatler takes the shot, nice save there from Dylan Ward. Loose ball in the corner, Berg battling for it, but there is the Mammoth captain, Dan Coates, battling, as is Robert Hope. Now 4 bodies deep in that corner, trying to kick it loose. Hope has it, outlets to Cam Holding, and we're now 5-on-4 as Jeremy Noble has 1:23 remaining on his penalty, so the Mammoth will go short man. Mammoth have the league's worst short man units. They'd love to use some time here and kill off as much of it as they can. And we're gonna get a penalty off ball. It's gonna be a holding the stick call on Callum Crawford. So when we come back to break, the Calgary Roughnecks will be on a 5-on-3 man advantage with a 1-1 score, looking to regain the lead. It's 1-1 Mammoth and Roughnecks live here on Altitude.
Pro lacrosse teams are now fielded in Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Maryland, Montreal, and Quebec.
Yesterday, there was friendly competition and not so friendly competition. We knew our true colors weren't just worn on our backs, they were painted on our faces and hoisted as high in the air as we could possibly carry them. Whatever it took to claim our turf. Yesterday, we left it all out there. Blood, sweat, tears, you name it, we left it. We kept ourselves focused and we kept each other in check. And the only thing we took were epic shots. Yesterday, we saw more twists and turns in 8 seconds than most people saw in an entire season. We lost the ball, lost our minds. We lost count countless times in every game. If you could see the ball, that was a slow day. Yesterday, physics didn't apply to us. Gravity wasn't welcome in our box. Armed with just a stick and a ball, we took flight. Yesterday, we were the best we could be. Today is our day.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 1-1 is your score. We're going to get a chance here to look at this replay of the penalty on Callum Crawford.
Yeah, I didn't really see it. I think Johnny might have had a better view of it there, and you heard the refs talking, but these are plays that they're a little iffy to call, and if you're going to call something like that, you've got to be consistent throughout the game. Johnny, is that what the ref was telling Coach Dan Stroop down there?
Yeah, personally as a defenseman, that's a call we want called. You know, you grabbed a handful of jersey, handful of stick, got some momentum going right down the middle. I think if Calum was on the outside, it might not have been called, but that's what the referee was talking about. Gain some advantage with that possession.
So 5-on-3 here for the Roughnecks for almost a full minute. West Berg picks up the loose ball, reset the 30, and now it's picked up there by Greg Downing, who's just become such a reliable player on the back end. He's just so good and so doesn't look like he's wasting a lot of energy on the floor.
Yeah, he's one of those guys as a defenseman, you know, watching the games. If you don't notice him, he's doing his job. He's such a valuable asset to this Mammoth team. On the defensive end, he plays short man. He's on the face-off team, and you know what you're going to get a great Downey each and every game.
Rouet had the ball knocked out of his stick, so here comes Curtis Dixon. 20 seconds remaining on the minor to Jeremy Noble, so still 5-on-3. Backhand feed to Digby, doesn't connect. Dobie, backhand feed to Shatler. Shatler tries to bounce it far side, just missed. Loose ball picked off the inboards by Dixon, 5 on the shot clock. Dobie, pump fake, shoots and scores. There's number 300. That one's not coming back. Dane Dobie gets his 300th of his career.
What a great shot. Gave a little pump fake. Pump fake there, got Coatsy to get in that shooting lane, buried it behind Dylan Ward.
You know, guys,
Go ahead, Jamie.
Guys, I read a quote, Coach Kurt Malosky describing Dane Dobie. He said, you don't don't make lacrosse players like they used to. And Dane Dobie is that old school lacrosse player. He thinks the game. You know, he's such an asset to this team on the offensive end, and he's so consistent. The guy's a warrior. The guy's won championships, and you know, congrats to Dane Dobie, my old roommate in Burnaby.
They're going to release Callum Crawford from the box. The Roughnecks bench is saying there was still time remaining on Jeremy Noble's penalty, so that means that Crawford should remain in the box. The referees checked with the scorekeepers and said nope. And so we're back to 5-on-5. So Calgary officially 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Illegal procedure called on Tyler Burton. So possession will go to the Colorado Mammoth, who are going to look to get back into this game. Here's Noble, near side, Chris Wardle, down low to Cam Holding, who's out there on O again. Wardle flashes through the middle, wide open, and the pass comes about 2 seconds too late. Garrett McIntosh runs the floor for Calgary, 3-on-3, no numbers. So McIntosh will slow things up.
Jamie, you talk often about how open Wardle is in the middle. And watching this first quarter here, he's open quite a bit through that middle.
Here is Dane Dobie. Thought about diving, gives to Shatler, low to high, balls this, and it gets kicked in. That's 3 games in a row here at the Pepsi Center where an unlucky bounce has given the opponents a goal on Dylan Ward, and Calgary takes a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, that's an interesting one there. I don't think Digby intentionally kicked it in. He was just, yeah, definitely, it looked like it deflected off a Mammoth defenseman. It looks like Robert Hope, and Digby in the right place at the right time. It's similar to hockey. You know, if there's no clear kicking motion, putting that ball in the net, then it's going to be a good goal. So good call by the officials here.
Mammoth fans are trying to say no goal. It's not hockey. You're allowed to go off your body and into the net like that. 2 goals in 46 seconds for the Calgary Roughnecks. They take a 3-1 lead with just under 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter from the Pepsi Center. John Gallant, Jamie Shuchuk, and I'm Teddy Jenner. Thank you for tuning in here on Altitude. Curtis Dixon goes inside Digby, and he runs into a big body in front, dishes off to Shatler, but he couldn't handle the pass. And Taylor Stewart battles for it with a couple seconds left of the shot clock, and here comes Josh Sullivan. Sullivan has scratched last week and comes in with the injury to Ilya Gaich. Noble far side, Crawford inside feed to Greer, and he couldn't handle a pass. Ball picked up by Haywire. Rouet, 5 on the shot clock. Got to get a shot off. He does, and he has Chiliano kind of trying to get back up to his feet and win a bouncer. But Chiliano with a nice save, and now he's trying to find where the ball is stuck in his pads.
That was a nice offensive possession by the Mammoth. They got the ball moving, got some good shots, and notice again, Callum Crawford showing the versatility of his game. You know, he doesn't need the ball on his stick. He's coined that kind of guy where the ball has to go through his stick, and right there he set a great seal for Jacob Rouet to come down the alley and get a good shot off.
Dixon with a rocker step, trying to find space. Now being watched there by Robert Hope. One-hand scoop pass to Dobie. Dobie turns around. Here comes the slide from Hope. Pass doesn't connect. Ball's loose. It's picked up by Berg. Then it's packed. Pass is picked off by Robert Hope. Doesn't have numbers up the floor, so he'll stop on the good side of center. Give off to Chris Wardle. Wardle one-on-one with Tyson Bell. Almost was able to get underneath. But he gives off to Haywire. Haywire's trying to get underneath. That pass goes well high over the net. Carnegie bats the ball loose to Tyler Burton. He picks it up in his own zone, but he's denied the ball there by Callum Crawford and reset to 30, the Mammoth possession.
Mammoth will be able to get fresh troops on the floor here. Hopefully get a good possession and catch the Roughnecks tired.
Crawford gets a pick from Rouet, comes near side to Greer. Mammoth just having some troubles with those cross-floor feeds. Greer. Noble gets underneath. No angle to shoot. Step back. Has it dislodged from his stick. Nice check there from Tyler Burton. He's going to get over center.
Not a lot of movement on that offensive possession there by the Colorado Mammoth. Kind of got stuck in that midboard sort of area.
Here's Digby. He has the latest goal, albeit inadvertently off of his leg. Here's Holden Katoni. Sorry, that's Riley Lowen, near side Berg. Gets a high screen from Digby, who floats back up top to Dobie. Low to high, scores! And this is one of those plays where the interior rotation of the Mammoth defense allowed Dane Dobie to get open, who gets his second of the night.
Yeah, and Johnny, you just talked about it, the Mammoth offensive end, the ball dying in sticks and on the mid boards there. That's just a great offensive possession by the Roughnecks, moving the ball deep in the corner, up to the mid boards, getting the Mammoth defense out of sorts, and Dane Dobie, the sniper he is, makes no mistake and puts it behind Dylan Ward.
Number 301 on the career of the Elora, Ontario native. Dobie from Digby and Berg at 14-41. And with just 10 seconds remaining in the quarter, the Mammoth have a 4-1 lead. And Creighton Reed, Joey Capito was able to scoop up the loose ball, and the Mammoth called timeout. As Capito slowly makes his way off the floor, and the Mammoth will look to get one here late in the opening quarter.
I'm always interested to see throughout the season how teams change up their set plays here. It's going to be a 6-on-5 where the Mammoth pulled the goalie. We saw a lot of the down the alley, carry the ball, seal off ball, and have both those guys kind of mirror and go to the net and either have the ball carrier take a shot or wind up and hit the backside crease. So it'll be interesting to see, now that both teams have film on each other, how the Calgary Roughnecks respond.
Capito holding his wrist. He got hit from behind by Greg Harnett and kind of went awkward into the boards. Let's hope Joey Capito is okay. But the Mammoth called timeout. They pulled Dylan Ward, and they'll go 6-on-5 and try to get one more back here before the end of the quarter.
Look here for a lot of east-west sort of picks. Jeremy Noble was very active in that last time out, supporting Chris Gill and drawing up this play.
Here comes Zach Greer to Noble, down low Crawford. Here comes the motion. Noble takes the shot, shoots, and scores! 1.6 remaining in the quarter as Jeremy Noble goes far side low on Frankie Chiliano and cuts the deficit to 2. It's 4-2.
Yeah, and that's a big goal from the set play. Jeremy Noble, his head up the entire way. That's how you want to teach the kids. And got that patented number 35 twister. I see him working on warm-ups every game, and he made no mistake. Like I mentioned, though, his head up is the key there for young shooters who want to learn how to score from the outside. Wasn't a hard shot, but this is head up, getting his hands free and burying into that bottom corner. What a goal.
Noble from Crawford at 14:58. Ends the quarter on a high note for the Mammoth. It's 4-2. Second quarter coming up live here from the Loud House. Calgary leads Colorado 4-2 live on Altitude.
And now, Mia, I turn it over to you for the unsung hero, a player who may not have been getting on the score sheet, but really made an impact with his team in week 3 of lacrosse.
Well, my unstrung hero for this week, he got on the scoreboard once. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in the game, but it is what he did on the back end that really impressed me, and it is Bradley Cree from the Toronto Rock this week. Just take a look at what he was able to do on faceoffs, winning 18 out of the 25 faceoffs that he took 72%, which is huge. He struggled against the Rochester Nighthawks in this area, but really came out strong, making sure that Toronto had the advantage right away. And also take a look at the score. I mean, going into halftime, Toronto led 18-2. They held the defending champs to just 2 goals in the first half, and that had to do with the incredible defensive performance from guys like Bradley Cree. So I really liked what I saw from him and what I'm seeing from all of Toronto's transition game, really. And that is why he is my unstrung hero this week. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sports Interaction, Canada's home for worldwide sports betting. Bet responsibly at sportsinteraction.com. Disclaimer, only residents of Canada may open an account with Sports Interaction. The service is not available to users outside of Canada. Tonight's game is...
Welcome back. Second quarter, moments away from getting underway. The Colorado Mammoth trailing the visiting Calgary Roughnecks 4-2. Lacrosse is back at Pepsi Center. Watch the action from the best seats at the best prices. Partial plans start at just $8 per game. Pick any 3 games on the home schedule and bring the noise to the Loud House. Visit coloradomammoth.com for more information. Dan Coates and Tyler Burton at the draw. They've been going back and forth in the early stages of this game. Unofficially, Burton 2 for 3. And they're going to call procedure on Coates this time. And Dan McCray will pick up the ball for the Calgary Roughnecks. Coates.
Teddy, it's interesting watching Dan Coates take face-offs. He kind of has that Jeff Snyder little trick there where he looks at the ref. He doesn't look down at the ball. He doesn't look at his opponent. He looks at the ref, and he seems to have good success with it.
Shot from Catoni goes right in the middle of Dylan Ward's chest pad. And it's picked up by Robert Hope, who legs the floor. Robert Hope shoots, and it hits a body in front and goes wide as Hope was looking for his first of the year. Here's Catoni going the other way. Catoni shoots and just goes off the right arm of Dylan Ward. Gillis out there battling. Ball picked up by Sweeting. He comes near side boards to Josh Sullivan. Outlets to Creighton Reed. Nice story about Holden Catoni. When the Calgary Roughnecks first came to Calgary, he was a ball boy for the Roughnecks. Now he gets drafted by his hometown team. As Zach Haywires brings it off the post looking for his first National Lacrosse League goal. Tyson Bell. Haywires had that one over the shoulder of Chiliano, but unable to go on the inside of the post into the back of the net. Riley Lowen down the pipe. Lowen shoots and he hits the post. Rebound Shatler and he scores. Shatler picks up the rebound off the post from the Lowen shot, and he deposits it into the empty net.
Yeah, some subpar defense there by the Mammoth. Riley Lowen just walking down the middle, untouched, chasing sticks, and Shatler off his body did a great job of just catching it off, and Dylan Ward had no chance there after trying to make that first save.
Interesting, that left foot of Jeff Shatler almost looked like it might have been in the crease, but Dan Stroop not willing to throw the flag as Shatler gets his 5th of the year. Off the draw, Tyson Bell unable to pick up the loose ball and get a scoring opportunity, but he finally does get his stick on it. Shatler, his first assist to Riley Lowen and Tyson Bell. 2 assists both for Shatler and Lowen on the night. 13:20 remaining here in the second. Here comes Shatler again. Shatler flips to Doby. Skip past Digby to Shatler for a one-timer, and he wasn't ready for it. Shatler dives for that loose ball. He ends up on top of it, and then he uses his hand to bat it free, and that'll be an illegal play. Holding. They got Dane Doby stuck on defense. See if they can take advantage. Noble.
Dan Doby's now.
Zach Greer pump fake shoots off the post. Here comes Greg Harnett the other way. Calgary looking to run with numbers 3-on-3. And they'll come near side. John Harnett. Holden Catoni. Curtis Dixon far side watch there by Bryce Sweeting. Dixon, backdoor roll, comes high, takes the shot, shoulder save there by Dylan Ward. And Dixon able to get his own rebound. And they're gonna say Berg went through the crease to catch that pass, and possession will go to Colorado. Here's Jeremy Noble. Noble. And then Creighton Reed got hit by a turf monster and fell down right in front, so that's Joey Capito. So good to see Capito back out there, but unfortunately he got hit by the turf monster. Noble tries to get underneath, tries to shoot it far side. And a nice left arm save there from Chiliano. Here comes Tyson Bell in transition the other way. McCray. He finds Tyler Digby far side. And the ball goes around the horn to Jeff Shatler. Back the other way. Dixon. Rush pick from Berg. Doby. Dixon. Berg, far side. 3 on the shot clock. Can Berg get a shot off? And he flips it high, and that'll be a shot clock violation on the Calgary Roughnecks.
Much better job of the Mammoth defense. Really ready to slide to Calgary's left-handed offensive players in that shift. Force the ball back to the right side.
Here's Zach Greer. Crawford skips it far side. McLaughlin, delayed penalty coming up here to the Calgary Roughnecks. Probably going to be a holding the stick call on Scott Carnegie. And Mammoth will head back to the power play. Johnny.
Well, that's one each way now, holding the stick there on the pick and rolls.
And that's what Dan Stroop was asking the refs. He said, okay, if you're going to call it for us, you better call it for them. And the refs did just that. So Scott Carnegie went to the box for 2 or less for a holding the stick violation. Colorado 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Still goes strong right with Rouet, Crawford, Noble, Greer, and McLaughlin. Noble high center, plays 1-2 with Greer, gets it back. Noble gets a seal from Rouet, takes a shot, shoulder save from Giuliano, goes up and out of play. Reset the 30.
Colorado's really enjoying Rouet sealing his man in and letting Noble come around for that outside shot.
Noble, backhand feed Crawford, inside feed, Zach Greer, and he's robbed by the right foot, gets his own rebound, and Giuliano with another save. Ball's loose, and Rouet labeled in the middle, gets knocked to the floor. And they're going to probably call Rouet on a crease violation here, but back-to-back saves from Frankie Giuliano.
Yeah, Teddy, I love that pass too. It's like watching John Grant Jr. with the ball. You don't know where the pass is going to come from, and the window to catch it there, as you can see on the replay, Greer's focus, and it ended up right in his stick, and was able to get the shot off before the Roughneck defender collapsed on him.
Tonight, Zach Greer 2 times in a row. And here's Schattler, takes a shot, and he goes 5-hole on Dylan Ward. Short-handed marker. 3rd of the year for Calgary. And it's 6-2, and here comes Alexis Bouquet.
Johnny, you mentioned it earlier about the pump fakes that these offensive players do. As a defenseman, what are you supposed to do? You can't run at the guy. Do you try to block it? You know, you can see Robert Hope kind of got his ankles broken there. How do you defend that?
Well, ideally, you want to go right through that offensive player. If you're going to defend the stick head, get to that stick head side. As you're moving your feet towards the shooter, you want to continue on through.
First regular season action for Alex Bouquet. Schattler his 2nd of the night with assist to Berg and Dixon at 4:36 shorthanded. Procedure on Burton possession will go to Colorado with still time on the power play.
To your point, Jamie, those last few goals that we've seen that defense by the Mammoth, that's just a big screen out there for Dylan Ward.
Noble to Crawford, gets a high seal, time and room, pump fake, double pump fake, trying to go up and over the top. And a nice job by Rouet to pick up that loose ball. Noble, Greer, they play 1-2. Now Crawford, thought about it, gives to Noble, backhand fake, shot, gets his own rebound, now gives to Crawford. He'll shoot just this far side. McLaughlin gets his own rebound. Lots of time. Noble shoots, top corner, goal.
What a beautiful shot by Jeremy Noble. The kid is feeling it tonight. You can see the focus in his eyes, and this Mammoth offense is definitely going through him tonight, and that's just a great seeing eye goal. Giuliano's way at the top of his crease. We noticed that in the previous possessions, and he dropped it before Noble even shot the ball, and number 35, the little guy, picks the top right corner. What a beautiful goal.
Frankie Giuliano is a big guy when he's standing. He's almost as big as a lot of goaltenders when he's on his knees, but when he drops to his knees, he leaves those top corners a little bit open on the high-to-high, and Noble picked it. His 2nd of the night, a power play marker. That makes it 6-3 in favor of the Calgary Roughnecks. 9:26 remaining. We'll be back with the end of the 2nd quarter here on Altitude.
The National Lacrosse League logo honors its over 30 years of history, but also pushes towards a new era, a new day. An updated colorway of black and silver illuminates the way forward, with technology and innovation as our mandate. The Shield captures the warrior spirit of the physical battle of sport while being modern enough to appeal to new audiences. The goal. By extruding the shape of the shield, the container is one that is a nod to the ubiquitous shape of a lacrosse goal. The original four. 4 arrows representing the founding of our league with 4 professional box lacrosse teams. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New Jersey, Philadelphia converge to create the NLL star, a modern interpretation of a star that combines both the arrows of the original 4 teams and a Native American morning star. The 4 arrows converge to create the heart of the star representing the current teams and the fans who are the beacon of the future of the National Lacrosse League. This is the National Lacrosse League. Today is our day.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 6-3 for the Calgary Roughnecks over the Colorado Mammoth. And the Calgary Roughnecks, Jamie, have gone on a bit of a run here over the last quarter and a bit.
Yeah, they're moving the ball well. You know, this Roughnecks offense is very structured. You know, Kripalowski is as much of a motivator as he is. He's an X's and O's guy, and all his top players benefit from it. And you know, you have the usual suspects there, and Schattler and Dobie are the ones putting the ball in the back of the net. It doesn't matter who's on the floor playing the system. You're going to get rewarded with goals.
Calgary went on a 6-1 run before that Jeremy Noble power play goal. And that's where we stand at 6-3, and we go 5 aside. It was Noble from McLaughlin and Crawford. Here's Zach Haywire. Near side, Noble. Comes around the top, watched there by Greg Harnett. Noble to Crawford. Back door look for Chris Warlock goes in, but they're going to call it a crease violation.
Yeah, that was an awkward one. I'm surprised Wardle caught that. Another one of those passes by Crawford where the other player who gets the ball realizes it's in his stick, and you know, that was a pretty close one there. Looks like, yeah, his right foot there. He kind of throws it at the net, and I think his right foot was definitely in the crease.
Wardle's so good going back door on that look. He scored last week just like that. Nice save from Alex Bouquet, his first of the night, end of the year. And he quickly outlets to Josh Sullivan. Mammoth fans remember Alex Bouquet had one of the greatest sound bites in NLL history a couple years ago, and one of the biggest hits in NLL history. He's made a name for himself here at the Loud House, that's for sure. Here's Crawford to McLaughlin. Far side, Zach Greer gets a steal from Chris Wardle. Tries to get underneath. 8 on the shot clock. Greer to Wardle all alone. Shoots, trying to go low to low. A nice save from Chiliano. I don't know how Wardle got all alone wide open. Here comes Tyson Bell. Bell shoots, top corner, scores. One thing this Calgary Roughneck team loves to do is run the ball in transition, and Tyson Bell is a flash on the back end. His second of the year makes it 7-3.
Yeah, and I like this kid, Tyson Bell. I watched the first game there against Vancouver, and you know, the kid can run the floor. He doesn't look like he's running very fast. Reminds me of a Josh Sims back in the day with the Mammoth, and that's just a C-nice shot and a great finish by the transition player.
Tyson Bell, his first of the night, second year with the assist to Frankie Chiliano, the goaltender who made a great outlet pass to Bell on the run. And it's a 4-goal game. It's 7-4. Holding, trying to grab the loose ball off the drop, fighting it, and it's picked up there by Mike Carney. Sorry, Scott. No, that is Mike Carney, number 16.
Josh Sullivan's out there with no stick on defense.
See if Calgary can take advantage. Get him in the 2-man game. Here's Lowen. Tries to go one-on-one. Double team comes from Downing. Lowen around the top. Inside feed to Digby. Doesn't connect. And Cam Holden couldn't pick it up. A nice little right-footed inside touch there from Josh Sullivan to not make the defender and kick it to Cam Hope.
Johnny, what's more difficult to defend when the player doesn't have a stick? Is it hard? Is it, from an offensive point of view, do you attack the guy one-on-one, or do you get him caught in the 2-man game?
Greer shoots, nice save from Chiliano.
I think you want to try to get him in that two-man game. At the very least, you know, with his hands free, there's more of a tendency to grab his shirt, grab his stick. And so I would definitely get a player, a defenseman with no stick, get him in that two-man game rather than a one-on-one.
Shot 16-10 in favor of the Mammoth, but they trail 7-3 here in the second quarter. Schattler has a pair. Dixon, nice job by Sweeting to deny the shot, but Dixon ended up putting it just wide. Inside feed, Digby all alone, and he scores. Mammoth defense falling asleep on second and third opportunities, and Digby, the big body, finds his way inside. And it's 8-3 for Calgary, Digby's fourth.
Yeah, and the big man makes no mistake. That's what he does best, getting to the net. You know, I really like what the Roughnecks are doing here on offense. They're finding those gaps right in the middle of the floor, kind of that mid-range. You cut and you kind of stop and see what the defense is going to do there. And Digby was just a beneficiary of the Mammoth ball watching, and the finisher makes no mistake.
Digby from Schattler at 8-17.
Sorry there, guys. I think the Mammoth are very worried about Calgary's left-handed offensive players, Schattler and Dovey, and they're hedging in quite a bit, ball watching, and that's what's opening up the middle for guys like Digby to get those open shots right on top of the crease.
Here's Schattler working the two-man game with Lowe, and skip pass to Dixon, doesn't connect. Cam Holding there battling. Robert Hope comes over to help, and Holding picks up the loose ball. Colorado gonna look to run here.
Got Schattler and Lowen stuck on defense here for the Calgary Roughnecks.
Crawford to Haywires, down low, Wardle one-on-one with Schattler. Wardle tuck and go inside. Wardle pump fake backside look, and a shoulder save from Chiliano as Wardle was in tight. Here comes Dan McCray the other way. McCray will bounce it far side to Digby. He's got two. One inadvertently, and then the last goal that makes it 8-3. Backhand feed inside. What a grab from Berg, and he put it high over top of the net. A one-handed stab by the former DU Pioneer in front of his old coach Matt Brown, who's in attendance. Taylor Stewart across center, gives off to Noble. Imperative, Colorado gets a couple goals here, get themselves back in the game, and who do you call? Jeremy Noble.
Now, Teddy, I talked about Jeremy Noble before the game, how much of a leader he is on and off the floor. Going back to the home opener here, the Pepsi Center, when they lost to the Vancouver Stealth, he did not have his greatest game, and you know he knew that. So it's great to see him come out on top here. And again, you see Callum Crawford seal for Noble to come around, and Chiliano at the top of his crease again, and Noble again. Great shooters do this. They have their head up and they're surveying where to put the ball, and this is an excellent shot. It's good to see Jeremy Noble lead this Mammoth offense tonight.
Noble his third from Taylor Stewart and Jordan Gillis at 9:45. And all three of Noble's goals, or two of his three, had been low, getting Frankie Chiliano to drop. And that might have been something they saw on tape earlier. Nice save there from Bouquet. Ball deflects in the corner. Hope picks it up. Outlets to Sullivan. Wardle, watched there by Dan McCray. Near side Rouet. 4.5 to go here in the half. Greer, far side. McLaughlin one-on-one, swim move. Gets turned back there by Manning. 5 on the shot clock. Crawford, high seal from Rouet. Got to get a shot on net. Crawford takes the shot, saved there from Chiliano. And it's picked up by Manning, who will retreat behind his net. An outlet right in front of the penalty box to Greg Harnett.
I'd like to see the Mammoth get the ball deeper in the corner there. You saw that shift. The ball was literally just hovering around that restraining line. That's not going to be a good recipe to get the Roughnecks defense moving.
Shot from Dixon, handled there by Bouquet. Dixon took a bit of a high shot. He's slow to get to the Calgary bench.
Looks like he's winded there. Got one right there in the ribs.
Noble spins back, tries to get underneath. Now we'll wait to Crawford, far side. McLaughlin one-on-one, gets a pick from Hayward. He's wide open. Zach Hayward, pump fake, diving, shoot!
No goal, no goal.
and they wave it off, crease violation, and take it away. The rookie's first NLL goal. We'll have a look at the replay when we come back. 8-5 is your score. 3:37 remains in the quarter. Mammoth Trail here on altitude.
Got Digby on the take, scores!
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot, hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
And it does look like it crosses the goal line before Zach Haywire's right foot touches down, but it's not up to us to make the call.
Yeah, you can see he's just kind of hovering around the arc of the crease there. And right here, this is the question, if his right foot is in the crease before the ball goes in. It didn't go off anything, it went straight in the net. It was a quick little snapshot. So I don't know, I think looking from here, it's gonna go past the left glove that Chiliano has up, and this might be a good goal.
I think it's the reverse angle shot that shows it the best. Right here, that ball's in the net and it still hasn't touched the turf. I'm not sure what's taking this so long. That's almost as clear cut as it gets. But again, we're not here to make the call, we're here just to call the call. And referee Garrison is taking his time, making sure he gets it right. But if it is a good goal, it'll be Zach Haywire's first in the National Lacrosse League, the Loyola graduate, selected 9th overall by the Colorado Mammoth. Haywire's actually went back to the move that Chris Wardle was denied on a few shifts earlier.
Yeah, we could talk about how he got open there too. You saw the pick and roll on the left side and swing it over to Callum Crawford, and Crawford's quick release there ended up, and here comes the ref to give us a call.
This is called no goal. This place is going to go crazy.
You bet it will.
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned. Mammoth goal.
First goal of his National Lacrosse League career for Zach Haywire. And how confident were the Colorado Mammoth? During the timeout, Zach Greer went and grabbed that ball, held it in his hand, make sure that the kid got it for his mantle. And a great pick and roll, great backdoor look that allowed Haywires to get wide open. And that's just a goal scorer's goal.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of that again. I would love to be a lefty on this team with Callum Crawford moving the ball. It was in and out of his stick. He knew what he was going to do with the ball before he even caught it, and that's just an excellent play. And again, it's the beneficiary of the ball moving side to side, getting low, and good things like that are going to continue to happen for the Colorado Mammoth offense.
Colorado will try to use this as momentum. Haywires from Crawford. That's Crawford's third assist of the night, 11:23 the time of the goal. So now it's a 3-goal game, but Calgary has possession, will look to regain a 4-goalie. Shatler to Dixon, pump fake, comes around a high steal from Bird. Nice defense there from Cam Holding. Shatler near side, tries to go underneath Hope. That'll be a shot clock violation on Calgary. And here goes Colorado the other way. Hope has Haywires out the bench. They won't force the pass, he'll slow things up and give it off to Callum Crawford. Crawford, flip pass, tries to get underneath, gets away with a bit of a ward. Rouet, he gets denied. Nice check there by Garrett McIntosh. He just bumps the ball ahead to himself going the other way. Rouet, excellent job from Jacob Rouet to get back and stop the transition to Garrett McIntosh. And then John Harnett gives off to Holden Katoni. Give a third assist to Eli McLaughlin on Haywire's goal. Katoni, pump fake, inside flip. Oh, and a great reaction save from Bouquet as it went off the hand of Josh Sullivan. And Bouquet quickly reacts. Now Creighton Reed's got to get this ball over the timeline, and he just throws it away, and it's picked off there by Tyson Bell.
Not a lot of support there for Creighton Reed. Calgary and Mammoth were all extended up over half. That was his only option. Try to get a little Hail Mary pass there.
Oftentimes you'd rather just see the guy throw it to the far corner, make it a loose ball battle. That flip pass to Dixon doesn't connect, but Dobie's there. Now Schattler. 5 on the shot clock. Schattler shoots, that one misses far side. And this will be a shot clock violation on Calgary again. Their 5th of the night already, with 1:40 to go in the opening half. 8-5 your score from the Pepsi Center. Thank you for tuning in here on Altitude TV. Noble. Wardle. And here's a delayed penalty coming up on Cummings, so holding the stick call. And Bouquet makes his way to the bench. Colorado will go 6 on 5 with 13 on the shot clock. Noble, down low, Crawford. Skips it, McLaughlin. He shoots your shoulder save from Chiliano. And with 1:12 remaining in the quarter, Colorado will go back to the power play.
That must have been a pretty clear penalty. All 3 referees immediately put their hand up to call that hold.
Calgary penalty number 25, 2 minutes hold.
Well, it's an easy call when the stick gets ripped right into the hand, and Wardle cutting to the front of the net doesn't have a stick. And that's just a smart play by a forward. When the D guy holds your stick, you're taught, just let it go. Time of the penalty, 13:48. Here go the Mammoth, 1 for 2 on the night. Go strong right with Noble, Crawford, and Rouet again. Greer and Noble play 1-2. Here comes the double scissor. Crawford, no man open. Greer, Noble, he's got the hot hand. Spins away from trouble. 8 on the shot clock. Crawford, got to get a shot up. No look pass to Greer, shoots and scores! What a feed from Callum Crawford, a no-look pass to the cutting Zach Greer, and it's a 2-goal game.
Yeah, and that's just a heads-up play by the veteran Zach Greer, knowing that the shot clock was about to expire, and everybody, all the Roughnecks defense was caught watching the ball, and just a quick little backdoor cut. We talked about how small those windows are for Callum Crawford to put the ball, and he put it right where it needed to be, and kind of a little underhand hockey shot there by Zach Greer, reached around Chiliano. What a shot. Big goal for the Mammoth.
Off the ensuing draw, ball picked up by Dan Coates. A great no-look pass, a fantastic catch, and a cagey finish by Zach Greer. The Mammoth are going to look to get to within 1. They're going to have to get a shot off. About 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Here's Crawford. Far side Greer, near side Crawford. He's got 4 assists on the night. He shoots, save there from Chiliano. Crawford picks up his own loose ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Crawford, pump fake, gives it off to Haywire. Noble, Bouquet gonna go to the bench, see if they can get a last guy out there with a shot from Greer. Unable to get off in time. Greer from Crawford and Noble makes it a 2-goal game. It's 8-6. We're off to halftime. We'll hear from Cam Holding next, live here on Altitude.
My name is Brian Lemon. I'm Vice President of Lacrosse Operations in the National Lacrosse League. I handle all competitive aspects of the game, and certainly excited to be here with Crossover.
Pro lacrosse teams are now fielded in Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Maryland, Montreal, and Quebec.
Yesterday, there was friendly competition and not so friendly competition. We knew our true colors weren't just worn on our backs, they were painted on our faces and hoisted as high in the air as we could possibly carry them. Whatever it took to claim our turf. Yesterday, we left it all out there. Blood, sweat, tears. You name it, we left it. We kept ourselves focused and we kept each other in check. And the only thing we took were epic shots. Yesterday, we saw more twists and turns in 8 seconds than most people saw in an entire season. We lost the ball, lost our minds. We lost countless times in every game. If you could see the ball, that was a slow day. Yesterday, physics didn't apply to us. Gravity wasn't welcome in our box. Armed with just a stick and a ball, we took flight. Yesterday, we were the best we could be. Today is our day.
The battle against the dark side rages on.
Join the rebellion as your Calgary Roughnecks return to the Scotiabank Saddledome on Saturday, January 28th to take on the Colorado Mammoth for our Star Wars party.
Dress as your favorite Star Wars character and awaken the Force within you.
Even the players will be rocking brand new Star Wars themed uniforms that will be auctioned off in benefit of Stars Air Ambulance. Game time is 7 p.m. For tickets and information, visit CalgaryRoughnecks.com.
Calgary Roughnecks.
Come for the party, stay for the game.
Welcome, lacrosse fans. Tyson Geik of NLL Productions here with you right now, and I'm joined by Shay Kewen, CEO and founder of the U-Hawk Camera. We have some exciting news for you today. The NLL has officially partnered with the U-Hawk Camera, the new official action camera of the National Lacrosse League. Shay, an exciting moment, for both parties here.
Yeah, it's an incredible day. It's a big step and a big moment in the history of sports, and for the National Lacrosse League to be the first league to step up and bring actual player point of view, video footage to fans at home in the actual real raw competition in the season. It's a monumental day, and we're very excited to be the official camera provider to be a part of that.
It's a very pivotal moment for the sport. How is it going to affect the sport at the grassroots level and really help grow the game?
Well, that's a big part of it, and a lot of what went into the decision making and making this happen is we have a lot of partners now who are kind of coming around and going to help, distribute the content and grow the game together. And a lot of these kids, they live on social media these days, so to be able to provide them a new angle, even after the game to see these highlights is going to be extremely engaging. And the National Lacrosse League is a big part of growing the game, and we're happy to assist in that.
A very sleek and compact design for these cameras. I think players are going to really enjoy wearing them. What went into the design here?
Well, we knew we wanted to be here someday. And in order to do that, we had to think of a camera that was going to be, sleek and slick enough that the player would forget he's even wearing it. So we wanted to design something, that would do just that and kind of embody the essence of an athlete. And, the great benefit is that these players now actually get to see the game again from their own eyes, and to be able to do that game over game throughout the course of a season is really going to help them perform, and they're excited about it as well.
Well, lacrosse is such a tough sport, and hitting is involved here. So how much of a beating can these cameras take?
Well, I think we're going to put them to the test today. So, they're very strong, they're very durable, and they sit in just the right spot. So we're going to find out.
Shay, we got the chance to catch up with some of the players to see what they thought of the new U-Hawk camera.
Hey, I'm Jesse Gamble with the Toronto
Hello everyone, Mia Gordon here from NLL Productions, and we have some exciting breaking news for you today. The NLL has announced a partnership for this upcoming season with Epic Lacrosse. We are joined now with NLL Commissioner Nick Sakevich, as well as owner and founder of Epic Lacrosse, James Maselli. So let's get right into it. Nick, I want to send this to you. Can you talk to us a little bit more about this partnership?
Yeah, so we've been really focused on a lot of the endemic category sponsors, and we're proud to announce that Epic's joining us with many of our previously announced companies like Under Armour and String King. We're really excited to bring Epic on board. They're a best-in-class producer of incredibly good lacrosse equipment, great lacrosse equipment that our players will have access to. Love the company's core values and commitment to lacrosse, and it's really exciting to bring world-class companies like this to the league.
James, what are you looking forward to most joining the NLL in 2017?
Yeah, Mia, thanks for having me today. At Lacrosse, we're very excited. This is our first partnership with a pro league, and we're excited that the best lacrosse players in the world will be using our gear next season, from sticks and heads and mesh to shafts, gloves, arm guards, shoulder pads. They're using the whole lineup that we have.
James, I know you guys have a set of engineers at Epic Lacrosse to create the best possible equipment. So can you take us through that process? Sure, absolutely.
I think it all begins with a passion and love for the game, and all of our engineers who range from composite engineers to material engineers to mechanical engineers, have all played lacrosse. So they have a understanding of the game unlike any other. We don't have to try to explain what we're looking for. They understand the feel, they understand the performance attributes that players want. So with that, the rest of the company, every single person in our company has actually played lacrosse as well, including our accounting department, marketing department. So we all get in a room and we brainstorm. We like to think of ourselves as problem solvers, and we understand what is wrong with the game or what do we want to fix things from an equipment standpoint, and we brainstorm and we figure it out. And the process is probably the most fun part of my job. I would think that they agree as well. And we just continue looking for new materials, new process, manufacturing techniques that can build better products for us.
What do you believe will be the biggest difference for these players while using this new equipment?
Sure. I think it's going to come down to feel. Feel is one of those words that it's hard to attach other descriptors around it. We just can say, hey, it feels better. And some of the feedback that we've gotten from the players initially is, wow, I can't believe how nice these gloves feel. We can put a bunch of marketing and technical aspects behind that, but the feel of the product is really what separates it. We're using better materials, better manufacturing process to improve that feel and the connection point between the player and his equipment. And I think the moment that players actually put the gloves on or use one of our sticks, they immediately feel the difference between everything that they've ever used in their career. And we're seeing that every day when we're sending product out to our potential players for this season.
Nick, I know that you said you believe partnering with Epic Lacrosse will take the game to the next level. Can you elaborate on this?
Well, the sport of lacrosse is growing so dynamically on both sides of the border, both in Canada and the U.S., and Epic understands that, and all of our partners understand that. And I think the timing for the sport and where we're going to see the sport grow in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be exponential. And having partners like Epic on board and in our family of marketing partners is going to help us grow the sport even further, be it at the grassroots level, like kids playing in high school. We see a huge increase in women playing the game. And at the professional level, the fact that we have a partner like Epic and others that we've announced in the last several weeks is really critical for a league like ours to grow.
Well, a very exciting announcement today, gentlemen. Thank you both so much for joining me. Cannot wait to see what this partnership will bring in 2017. For NLL Productions, I'm Mia Gordon.
When a game is more than just a game,
and means more than winning. When you can feel hard hits and smooth moves. When you watch sparks fly and wheels turn. You know it's more than just a game. You better brace yourself for the loudest house in lacrosse.
My name is Brian Lemon. I'm Vice President of Lacrosse Operations in the National Lacrosse League. I handle all competitive aspects of the game, and certainly excited to be here with Crossover. I think it's the speed of getting game tape from our games to our teams, to our coaches, to our fans. That's going to be a dramatic improvement for the 2016 season with Crossover. You know, sure, as in any sport, just like the National Lacrosse League, our coaches and our teams are extremely competitive. You know, we have a lot of parity in our league, and the scouting aspect of scouting teams ahead of time and looking at their own team, breaking down the game tape, analyzing it. Again, the platform that Crossover provides us with doing that for us and our scouting team.
Your second half face-off is being brought to you by Ford. Alex Bouquet will remain between the pipes for the Mammoth. He came in for Dylan Ward after Ward gave up 6 goals on 12 shots. And it looks like it's going to be Bouquet's the rest of the way. Frankie Chiliano at the opposite end to our right. He's given up 6 on 23 shots. And it'll be Coates and Burton at the drop. Burton 9 for 14, Coates 6 for 14. And we'll play 5 on side as the officials have a quick discussion before we start things here in the second half. We talked about when we were looking at the peak key upcoming schedule, the importance of this game and next week's game, not only just in the rivalry, but it's the season series. They only play 3 times in the regular season. So if you can win these 2 games, you take the season series, you have the tiebreaker, and that just allows you to have a little more confidence as the rest of this year goes on. And going on a bit of a 2-game run is always imperative, especially the rest of the schedule.
Yeah, there's no easy games in the NLL, whether it's at the beginning of the season, middle, or the end. All of them matter, all of them count. You don't want to be, you know, at the end of the year hoping to get in and thinking back, oh, we should have won that game. So yeah, you're exactly right, Teddy. These games are so crucial even at the beginning of the season.
I think there might be an issue with the turf, just at the entrance where the halftime festivities crews come through. Waiting to see, well, they were waiting for the challenge flag. Dan Stroop either didn't have it all game or he forgot it in the locker room, one of the two. But it looks like we're all squared away. 8-6 is your scores. Second half faceoff again brought to you by Ford, and we're underway. Nice pickup there by Cam Holding. Swim move away from trouble. Holding, gets a pick. Cam Holding shoots, and a nice save from Frankie Giuliano. Great start there from Cam Holding. He said, gotta have momentum, gotta have energy. And he tried to lead by example right off the opening draw. Doby floats it near side. Curtis Dixon. Pump fake. Underneath roll. Backing his way in. Finds Katoni, he takes a shot, and that one sails. Now Joey Capito gonna try to run on this one. And Capito just does the smart thing, and he's just gonna let the clock wind down. Picks it up. Reset the 30, Crawford has it. Here's Zach Greer. Late man off the bench is Eli McLaughlin. Cal Crawford has it. Gets a high pick there from Jake Rouet, loses his footing. Open is Noble in the middle, but McLaughlin couldn't find him. 13 on the shot clock. Rouet, McLaughlin bouncer off the post. This one's gonna go all the way back into the Mammoth zone. Crawford and Bouquet.
Big second possession coming up here for the Mammoth. Eli McLaughlin's been pretty quiet tonight. It's good to see him pulling off his shot from the top there.
Well, his motto is shoot till you're hot, shoot till you're not. And he continues to put balls on net. Here's Zach Greer. Thought about the shot. Trying to take a shot, he does. Giuliano makes a nice save staying with Zach Greer. As Curtis Manning had lost his stick defensively.
Curtis Manning took your advice there, Jamie. Stick was being held, he let it go. Unfortunately, the ref didn't give him a call. The Colorado Mammoth player went straight to the net for the shot.
Here's Westberg. Push down the alleyway. There by Creighton Reed. Floats it far side. Lowen. Jeff Shatler. Watched there by Taylor Stewart. Shatler comes near side to Berg. Great east-west passing. Backhand feed. That one's picked off nicely. And we got a delayed penalty coming up here to the Mammoth, and the Roughnecks will head to the power play. As Taylor Stewart makes his way to the bench. It's gonna be a holding call on Taylor Stewart. Rick Lump's microphone unfortunately not working there. And that's an easy call by the officials. Even if Dane Doby did embellish a little bit, he was being held. So Colorado back to the short man. Doby to Dixon. He shoots, saved there by Bouquet. Loose ball. Battling in front, players just swiping at it. And it's picked up there by Robert Hope, but he's pushed back into his crease. It'll be Roughneck ball. Shatler. Dixon. Cheeky little bounce pass. Doby. Now Berg will set things up. To Doby. Shoots off the bar. Bouquet might have gotten a piece of it with the butt end of his stick. And then Dixon just flips it to Berg, who finds Doby far side. Berg, backhand flip to Dixon. Tuck and go, just missed far side. And actually they're gonna say Bouquet got a piece of it, so reset the 30. Digby trying to run some confusion here on the near side. Floats towards the middle. Shatler, Dixon. Dixon shoots and scores. A low-to-low rip from Curtis Dixon. Brings it back near side on Alex Bouquet, and it's 9-6 Calgary.
That was a fun power play to watch there, guys. They had the ball there for the whole possession, the whole full minute there in the power play, and Curtis Dixon just, again, we talk about that pump fake that freezes not only the defenseman, but the goaltender. Alex Bouquet gets him down on his knees, and Dixon, again, with his head up like all great shooters do, makes no mistake and puts it under the glove.
Johnny, you play the top of the short man. If Dixon's got that ball, are you going right out at him?
I'm going to put a little bit more pressure than the Colorado is right now, yeah, just to get the ball out of his stick, especially when he's at 12 o'clock there and he's got the whole net to shoot at. You know, maybe if he's at a shooter position, he might be a little bit less because he's shooting at half the net. But yeah, especially when he's at 12 o'clock, I'm not letting that guy with his hands free shoot the ball.
Dixon, his second from Shatler, 2:58 on the power play. And Calgary right back to work. Dixon, near side, Digby. Skips it far side to Dane Doby. Goes underneath on Taylor Stewart, using that left hand to ward away from pressure. And a nice job there from Creighton Reed to intercept that pass. And Taylor Stewart will carry it across the timeline. Wardle comes near side, Zach Greer. He'll set a pick, and the late man off the bench gets the ball now. Crawford to Wardle. Back to Crawford, 8 on the shot clock. Crawford tries to roll underneath, no room. And then Haywires couldn't handle the pass. The ball's loose, and it's picked up there by Tyson Bell. It'll be a shot clock violation. It'll be Calgary ball. Curtis Manning has it. Jeff Shatler quickly off the bench, and he'll get it across center.
Colorado didn't get a shot on that possession, but they're happy with the ball movement, the off-ball movement there. A lot more off-ball movement from the lefties on the Colorado offensive side.
Here's Riley Lowen. Dixon pump fake, time and room shot. Nice save there from Alex Bouquet, who was down early. And Dixon loves that little hitch fake, not only to get the defender moving, but the goalie as well. Far side feed, Noble dump fake, and he crashes right into Chiliano, and everyone's on top.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get some attention there. I don't think there was any intention by Jeremy Noble, but crashing into the goalie like that, you're definitely going to draw some Roughnecks players in your face.
Chiliano got run into last weekend at the end of the game in Vancouver by Joel McCready, and he wasn't too happy, and things escalated. Now Jeremy Noble crashes into him. And Noble was going towards the net. He didn't try to avoid Frankie Chiliano. He went straight ahead with that jump. It'll be interesting to see what the officials call here. As Bell went after Rouet, Burton tried to grab Noble, and everyone started to pair off, but nothing really came of it. But we'll see how the officials call this as we see Burton and Bell in the box.
That might be just an even up call. Possibly seeing Noble get the extra 2.
But with only 2 Calgary players in the box and 1 Mammoth, oh, there are 2, so Rouet is in there. So this could be even up. Here's the call.
Play. Colorado's Noble, 5 minutes, goaltender interference. 2 minutes, dead ball foul. Calgary number 7, Calgary number 94. Each have 2 minutes, dead ball fouls.
So Noble gets 5 minutes for goaltender interference. Rouet, Burton, and Bell each get 2 minutes for dead ball contact.
You can see Noble banging on the glass there. He's wondering why that's a 5-minute. I'm curious too. I guess I didn't know that was a rule in the NLL. You know, like you mentioned, Teddy, he definitely didn't make an effort to avoid Chiliano, but it's an interesting 5-minute call there.
Coach Milowski here, the moment he got the attention to referee, the attention of the referees, and the entire Calgary bench was calling for that 5 immediately.
Well, if Noble's diving across the crease and he makes contact, they might give him 2, but that was unavoidable contact. He went straight towards it. Again, it wasn't an intentionally like he was trying to run into Frankie, but he did go straight at the Calgary Roughnecks goaltender. So the Mammoth fans, the bench, and Jeremy Noble unhappy with the call, but the league and the referees are trying to protect the players, and the goalies are players, so we'll play, looks like we're gonna go, they have 4-on-4 out there. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, possibly. So we'll just wait and see here. So they'll just offset the 3 dead balls, or 2 of the dead balls. So we'll play 4-on-4. Dixon, watch there by Hope. Gives him a couple chops, gets a pick from Berg. Dixon trying to work his way in. Flips it to Westberg, shoots, nice save there from Bouquet. Ball loose, picked up by Creighton Reed. He tries to flip it ahead, but he loses possession. Colorado's got to get over the timeline. Stewart has it, he does just. Calgary bench screaming for an 8-second violation. Stewart got there with maybe like a couple seconds left, or half a second left. Greer, far side. Crawford, swim move, pump fake, shoots, score! And that's the difference from going straight out of goalie and going straight across the crease, and Crawford makes it a 9-7 game.
Yeah, and with 2 offensive righties with Jeremy Noble and Jacob Rouet in the penalty box, you saw Joey Capito jump out there for an offensive shift, and I just love this move by Callum Crawford. That's one of my favorite plays that he has in his bag, where usually you see guys dive across and reach around the goalie, and he has that quick little pump fake and throws it. Now we're going to see a challenge flag thrown by head coach Kurt Malosky.
Malosky has thrown his flag. He was 0 for 1 on the night so far.
After looking at the replay, he might have a point here with that foot. I don't know if the referee's going to let him challenge the play. See if he had it in time.
The new rule this year is you have 25 seconds to make the challenge.
Watch Crawford's takeoff foot here. See if he gets a toe on that white crease line.
And one thing, when Crawford does do these dive goals, you know, we talked about it last week, Teddy. Instead of launching himself, he kind of goes vertical in the air. So it's kind of Mark Steinhaus is very good at doing this too. And like Johnny mentioned, we'll see if that left foot, that one right there, is in the crease. You see him get vertical.
That view is real tough to tell. It'll have to be a side angle or an overhead view. But just look at the body control and then the ability to bring his stick back across his body, cross his hands, and get that shot off. I don't think I've ever seen anybody control himself and his stick like that in the air. Callum Crawford has really sort of reinvented the dive shot. And that angle's tough to tell as well. Crawford's stick's actually in the way.
Yeah, his toes might be close to the crease there. You can see his left foot.
This will be the angle right here. And that looks like it's right on the line. And the Calgary bench is cheering like they know this one's coming back.
When that angle came up after the goal, it was pretty quiet here on the Calgary bench, and like you just said, Teddy, they erupted and that red flag came out real quick.
By the thinnest of margins, that left toe looks to be on the crease line, and Ian Garrison will come out and give us the official call.
The ruling on the field is overturned. No goal.
So it is no goal. It'll remain 9-6.
A lot of close calls here tonight, fellas. You know, it's great to see the coaches have the ability to have that challenge flag and make sure the call is the correct call. And we've seen all of these be really close, but you know, making the right calls are very important.
Schattler tries to go down, does the sneaky backhander from Doby, just missed. And then just a no-look flip from Berg. He just tried to kill the clock there. Coates thought about forcing it. Opts otherwise, it gives off to Downing. Downing thought about going in that, and like you said earlier, with no Rouet and no Noble, you're gonna have to use some different right-handers. Here's Greer, 1-on-1, shoots and scores!
What a beauty. Quick little stutter step to the corner here with his right foot, and Zach Greer had a very successful career in outdoors, shooting on the run. Or not a lot of Canadians forte, but Zach Greer can do it in both arenas of the sport, and that's a big goal for the Colorado Mammoth to bring them back within 2.
The one thing I liked about that one, Johnny, is that while they were changing, it looked like the Calgary defense actually settled down and thought, okay, they're going to wait for everybody to get out on the floor, and Greer took advantage and went one-on-one.
A smart play by Coatsy and Greg Downing there. They were stuck on offense, and as they changed, Calgary Roughneck players, Westberg and Schattler changed. So it was actually a 2-on-2, which opened up that whole top side. And then as a defenseman, and when there's that much room, there's not a whole lot you can do to prevent Greer from getting to the net.
Greer from Downing and Coates makes it 9-7. Haywire, 8 on the shot clock. Crawford spins back, jump shot, saved by Chiliano. Loose ball picked up by Carnegie. And Wardle makes the pressure, loose ball. Crawford, jump shot, he runs into Chiliano again.
And I don't think that was Crawford's fault there. He definitely got pushed in. I believe that's Cummings.
Cummings is the one that's gone after Crawford now. And Chiliano gives Crawford the look. And they're going to give somebody a penalty here. The referee signaling for Cummings to head off. That all started with the forecheck from Chris Wardle.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call, not sending Callum Crawford to the box. You know, in the Roughnecks defense, you always have to come to the defense of your goaltender.
25, 2 minutes, dead ball foul.
So dead ball foul called on Cummings for going after Callum Crawford after contact with Frankie Chiliano. So the Mammoth will head to the power play. They're 2 for 3 on the night. They're down a pair of goals, 9-7. Power play coming up live here on Altitude.
Scott Digby on the take, scores!
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sports Interaction, Canada's home for worldwide sports betting. Bet responsibly at sportsinteraction.com. Disclaimer, only residents of Canada may open an account with Sports Interaction. The service is not available to users outside of Canada.
Between the two goaltender contacts with Jeremy Noble and Callum Crawford.
Yeah, clearly we talked about there. Jeremy Noble went straight at Chiliano, untouched, and you're going to see Crawford here. Thought he was by himself, and then Cummins came in late and bumped him into his goaltender. You know, I think it's a right call by the refs not to put Callum Crawford in the penalty box.
So Cummins will sit for 2 or less. Noble's still in the box for 2 minutes and 53 seconds. And we'll head down to Johnny Gallant between the benches.
Getting a little feisty between the benches here, obviously with goalies being run on both ends. I think the pace of the game is starting to pick up. The flow of the game is starting to pick up. It's going to be an exciting last 8 minutes here in the third quarter.
4 aside, Crawford has it now. Greer, pump fake, spin move, takes a shot, trying to go 5-hole. Nice save there from Chiliano. McLaughlin battling for that loose ball with John Harnett. Harnett outlets to Manning at center. And he gets over the timeline and then finds Shatler. Shatler one-on-one with Dan Coates. And a nice strip check there from Coates, ball's loose. Shatler battling for it, it's picked up there by Robert Hope, who has to aerial himself, and he gets called for a crease violation. Tough one there for Robert Hope.
And Johnny, with Chiliano getting hit twice, Coach Kurt Malosky and this Calgary team definitely remembers what Bouquet did to one of their players last year here in the Pepsi Center. So interesting to see how they respond, or if they do.
Yeah, it's a tough point in the game here. There's a big momentum shift, and Calgary's going to be on the power play here after this minor. So it might be something that you see a little bit later, but memories are long here in this rivalry.
Outside shot there from Riley Lowen doesn't go on target, so it's a shot clock violation. 51 seconds remaining on the penalty to Chad Cummings, and then the Roughnecks will head back to the power play as there's still 1:40 remaining on the major to Jeremy Noble. Here's Wardle, gets a pick from Greer. They'll re-pick, Wardle skips it far side. Wardle, pump fake, gets underneath, dive shots, goes far side, turned away by Chiliano. As Wardle has been dangerous but hasn't found the back of the net. McCray, little flip there to Digby. Shatler, he'll wait. Late man is Dixon. Floor side for another 15 seconds. Here's Digby, timing room, shoots. Nice save there from Alex Bouquet. And this ball picked up by Taylor Stewart. And we might have coincidentals. Or are they calling
Joey Capito
two
on a hold
penalties on the Mammoth? We'll wait and see. Capito, the only guy going. Johnny, you may be right. As Rick Lum will announce the call to the Pepsi Center crowd. So 2 minutes holding on Joey Capito. So with 8 seconds remaining, 4 on 3, and then Cummings will come out to be 5 on 3. Backhand feed, Digby, one-time feed. What a save by Bouquet to deny Jeff Shatler. Dixon to Shatler to Digby. He's denied the pass. Downing knockdown, no call. Cummings is out, 5 on 3. Doby, shoot, save Bouquet. Ball's loose. Bodies battling, Digby comes over. Ball finally picked up by Berg. 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jeremy Noble. Dixon, Doby, Dixon. Backhand feed, Digby. Shoots, trying to jam it, 5-hole. And a nice job by Digby to bat it back. Low to low from Dixon. And it goes off of Bouquet and out. Interesting to see Calgary going 5 on 3 full, not floating a man back. And now they send Berg back, only because there's 10 seconds remaining on the penalty to Noble. Capito giving Noble some instructions on where to go. Dixon, down low, Digby. Doby can't handle the pass. Noble's out, 5 on 4. Digby, pump and shoots, scores.
Big reach. It's a big reach he had coming across Alex's chest. He was able to finally put it in.
Digby was a tight end in football, drafted to the Canadian Football League and used his body to get inside and tuck that one far side on Bouquet. Just great patience and able to get the goaltender moving. It puts it far side. The power play goal makes it 10-7.
I like how Digby changed up his shot. He had a couple earlier chances in that power play where he reached for the far side, tried to go back near side on Alex Bouquet. There he went far near, faked it, and got Bouquet to bite on, and then he just used that reach that you mentioned, Johnny, and reached around him. The kid's a tight end, but he's got hands, Teddy.
He does indeed. You got to have hands to be a tight end. And now here's Capito. A break all alone. Joey Capito. Shoot, score! Get out of the box and make amends. Joey Capito makes it 10-8.
Yeah, right back at him. Joey Capito, the beneficiary of 2 Calgary defenders that were in the back restraining line in their own end. Moves forward, the ball popped loose here, and Capito takes his time and a couple quick little pumps and buries it short side on Chiliano. That's a big goal for the Mammoth.
Nice patience from Joey Capito. He knew he had time. He did rush it. Digby from Dixon and Berg at 9:40, and then 6 seconds later, Joey Capito unassisted at 9:46 gets us to 10-8. And we talked about it in the pregame show. 8 of the last 14 contests since 2012 have gone to overtime between these two clubs, and we're slowly making our way there here tonight from the Pepsi Center. 8-second count being called here on Calgary. What are they going to call? I think they're going to say withholding on the Mammoth, and we're going to head to break. It'll be Calgary ball when we come back. Capito has made it 10-8, and it's getting loud here inside the Loud House.
Get off to a great start here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Rush!
It's game time. Rock and roll!
Up, up! Leave him!
Get up, get up, get up, get up!
Yes.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Sports Interaction, Canada's home for worldwide sports betting. Bet responsibly at sportsinteraction.com. Disclaimer, only residents of Canada may open an account with Sports Interaction. The service is not available to users outside of Canada. Tonight.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Center, ladies and gentlemen, where it is 10-8 in favor of the visiting Calgary Roughnecks. Brace yourself for the loudest house in lacrosse. Mammoth fans, don't miss your shot to cheer on the Colorado Mammoth as they take on the Georgia Swarm. Saturday, February 4th at 7 p.m. Visit coloradomammoth.com for details. We'll need you in the loud house to bring the noise. Georgia 4-0 to start the season with a 14-9 win over New England tonight. Shots this quarter in favor of Calgary, 12-7. It's 30-29 for the Mammoth through 3 quarters. Delayed penalty coming up here on Capito. This is going to be a holding the stick call and right back to the box. The kid just can't stay out.
Yeah, and the refs are definitely calling that tight this game. We've seen it all game long, and Dane Doby is very good at drawing penalties. If you watch him off ball, you know, I always tell the young kids, don't always watch the guy with the ball, but watch what the guys do off balls and the successful players. And Dane Doby, he's not known for his speed, but he's known for his smarts, and he was open there, and Cupido had nothing else to do but pull the stick out of his hands.
Calgary 3 for 5 on the power play. They're back on it right now. Inside feed, Digby shoots and scores. Just like that, 9 seconds, and they're 4 for 6 with a man advantage.
It's that big body in front of the net. That's tough to defend when you're spread out in more of a zone and you're trying to take away shooters. That big body in the front of the net is going to be lethal here.
Digby's 4th of the night, and he just continues to be a pain in the side of the Mammoth defense. And for some reason, this Colorado Mammoth short man unit just can't figure things out this year. They came into tonight 6 goals against on 8 power play opportunities, worst in the league at 25%, and they're 4 for 6 tonight. Here's Capito again the other way. Capito shoots and scores. Are you kidding me?
Did somebody hit the rewind button?
I guess he's just got to take a penalty and then go right out on the draw to make amends. Capito came in with no goals on the night. He's got 2 tonight here in the 3rd quarter, and almost an identical. And again, 6 seconds after the Mammoth went down a goal.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Capito. Obviously, you don't want to take a penalty and have your team get scored on. So to be able to do that twice in one game in the same quarter, it's a pretty good feeling for him. You know, Coach Pat Coyle is going to be happy with this defenseman.
It was Digby from Shatler and Dixon at 10:26, and then Capito unassisted at 10:32, and it's 11-9. Mammoth have the ball. Hope bounced it to Holding. 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Buckle up, fans. We are in for a fantastic game. As expected, Wardle, far side. Crawford. He gets it back, watched there by John Harnett. Noble's gonna get a high seal. Noble doesn't get this pick, picks up the loose ball. Then that'll be a shot clock violation on Colorado. As he got a little confused there in that pick between Crawford and Noble.
Calgary did a good job of just sending Crawford low, forcing him to go low. Just eliminated that topside pick.
Here's Dixon, backing his man in. Wraparound shot, rebound, Berg shoots and scores. Oh, they're gonna wave it off. Crease violation on Westberg. The referees, both low officials, waving that one off.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot from Westberg tonight. We talked about him, the former DU star. You know, he's a clutch player. He's doing a lot of the dirty work right now for Tyler Digby and Curtis Dixon, and we're gonna see him pick up the garbage here. Yeah, it looks like his left foot was definitely in the crease before he got the shot off.
We haven't heard much from Berg, but he does have 3 assists on the night. A quiet night for the former DU Pioneer. Here's Crawford. Fans wanting a holding call, none coming. McLaughlin trying to back his man in. Flips it up top, Greer, tuck and go. Leaves for McLaughlin. Crawford, 20 on the shot clock. Flips it up to Rouet. Rouet knocked down on the ground there by Manning. Keeps his feet, gives off to Crawford. Crawford, jump shot, shoots, sails it over the net. Haywire shoots and he sails it high. 5 on the shot clock. Rouet, gotta put one on net. Diagonal feed to Greer, picks up the rim, shoots, it's Giuliano there to make the save. That would have sent the roof off the Pepsi Center.
You got to give credit to the Roughnecks defense there. They're getting in the way of these shots. Like, Johnny, you always talk about that. And the Mammoth are forced to shoot high, and they're missing the net because of those Roughneck players being in the way.
Dixon spin move, and they wave this one off for crease violation. Back-to-back, no goals on crease calls from Dixon and Berg. And here comes Creighton Reed the other way. And Kurt Milosky is not happy with the official. Hands in the air, pacing the Calgary bench.
He's not happy that Colorado's not showing the reviews on any of these crease violations.
Delayed penalty coming up here to Calgary. This will be an interference call. Crawford, McLaughlin, pump fake shot, saved there by Giuliano, and it goes up into the netting. And Colorado will head back to the man advantage. 2 for 3 on the night. And they'll look to get back to within one for the first time since it was 1-0.
Calgary penalty number 6, 2 minutes, illegal body check.
Yeah, you can see former head coach of the Colorado Mammoth, Bob McMahon, his hands on his hips. You know, he's definitely questioning some of these calls here.
Strong right power play unit for the Mammoth steps onto the floor. Penalty to Garrett McIntosh, illegal body check. Greer, Noble. Here comes the double scissors. Noble, shot, turned aside there by the right leg of Giuliano. Loose ball picked up by Crawford, reset to 30. Noble, Greer. McLaughlin back pedals, goes to Rouet. Back to McLaughlin. High to Noble. Backhand flip. Crawford shoots and just missed. Loose ball, McLaughlin had it. Picked up there by Greg Harnett. Calgary gonna look to run. Harnett and Doby. Doby gets it. He just couldn't grab it with the one hand. Noble, big hit by Greg Harnett. Wow! And Noble is down, and bodies are all over Greg Harnett. Now they go after Doby, and Sweeting's trying to grab Greg Harnett.
That was a big hit. You can see Noble is not moving on the floor. I wonder if they're going to really get the trainer out there to take a look at him. It looked like his head flew into the boards. It'd be questionable to see if that was clean. But Noble is clearly in some pain.
It was definitely a delayed call on that hit. The initial referee didn't have his hand up initially, kind of came over as Noble remained on the floor. That's when the arm went up for the penalty.
Yeah, awkward way to go on the boards there. Just the force of the hit. I believe that was John Harnett.
Greg Harnett.
Greg Harnett, sorry.
And they're sending bodies away, but they're going to send Greg Harnett to the box. Josh Sullivan heads to the Mammoth box. And we're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out.
It's been a long quarter, guys.
Jeremy Noble makes his way down to the Mammoth locker room. And it didn't look to me like it was that dirty of a hit. It looked like Noble had turned his head. He saw Harnett coming, and it was shoulder to shoulder, but Harnett had the momentum going towards Noble. But then everybody just kind of piled on, so we'll wait to see what the officials call here. I don't know if there was a penalty coming to Greg Harnett initially before everybody jumped in.
Well, it's definitely a dangerous hit, and we talked about the league trying to protect the players as best they can. You don't want to see guys like a Jeremy Noble have to leave the game because of a dirty hit, but that's the question here.
And Harnett's being thrown out of this game. Johnny, what's the word down there? Obviously looks pretty calm between the bench, but what'd you see?
Well, it's calm now. It wasn't moments ago. You know, they have 3 referees on the field, and Harnett, John might be getting one here for complaining. But Calgary's mentioning the same thing you guys are, that they feel it was a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. It was just a loud hit.
Penalties on the player as follows. Calgary, number 11, a 5-minute match penalty for Bourne. To Colorado, number 4, 5 minutes roughing. To Calgary, number 33, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct.
And that unsportsmanlike conduct comes from complaining once the Calgary player was ejected.
I'm actually surprised that Ray Sweeting isn't getting anything for being the first man into that fracas and then going right back in, but the referees give 5-minute major boarding call to Greg Harnett. Sorry, a match boarding call to Greg Harnett, and then 5-minute roughing call.
Sweeting threw a number of punches there. I don't think I've ever seen that where a guy's been able to get away with that many punches and did not be penalized.
Yeah, they might have grabbed the wrong guy. Sullivan was in there as well, but as it stands, Greg Harnett, 5-minute match for boarding, and a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct to brother John Harnett. And then Josh Sullivan gets 5 minutes for roughing. So it should be 4-on-3 for the Mammoth here. And it is, so we have 1 minute 2 remaining here in the third. Sorry, 5-on-3. Here we go. So they'll float, holding high to center. Greer, McLaughlin. Shot by Greer, nice save there from Chiliano. The ball's picked up by Carnegie.
Good ground ball by Carnegie there.
On the pass, knocked down by McLaughlin, ball's loose. Did Colorado come up with it, and then Carnegie's just gonna bat it deep into the Mammoth zone.
They got the 8-second call. They're gonna bring the ball back up here to center.
Thank you, Johnny. So it's 5-on-3 for another 40 seconds as there's still time remaining on Garrett McIntosh's minor. Crawford to Greer, down low McLaughlin. This is imperative for Colorado. They gotta take advantage here. Crawford tries to find McLaughlin, the pass doesn't get through. Nice job by Greer to find the loose ball. Greer to Crawford, shoot, score! A power play goal from Callum Crawford with 19 seconds remaining on McIntosh's penalty. So he gets free, and Colorado will still be on the man advantage.
And it's always exciting to watch 4-on-3 lacrosse. You see the ball move, you see the spacing that these 4 offensive players for the Mammoth have, and they just wind up, nobody comes to you, you're gonna shoot the ball. Zach Greer did a great job picking up the ground ball in the corner, drawing a man. Crawford follows a slide, catches it, makes no mistake, and buries it past Chiliano.
Crawford his first with the assist to Greer, 14:51 on the power play. Procedure on Coates, so it'll be Calgary possession. But Johnny, do you have a good angle on that one? Did I see Curtis Manning jump in front of Chiliano, possibly screen him on that shot from Crawford?
Absolutely. You know, it all started, like Jamie said, from the corner with Greer, and Manning tried to get across to take that side of the net away, just screened Chiliano.
An exciting third quarter comes to an end. Calgary still leads, but the Mammoth will start on the power play. 11-10, fourth quarter coming up from Denver.
Got Digby on the take, scores!
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
Have one, hey, Rosie? Come on, boys.
Commit to togetherness. Commit to team. Let's get off to a great start here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Run.
Nice steal, Hosser. Yeah, baby.
Right.
Nice find, bro.
Yeah. Not enough.
Nice steal, Hosser. Hey, Hick, you just shoot it, eh, buddy?
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here in Denver, 11-10 in favor of Calgary. Colorado got themselves back in this game off a pair of unassisted goals from the 2015 Transition Player of the Year, Joey Capito.
Yeah, the fans love this guy here at the Pepsi Center. They love exciting plays, and Joey Capito's speed is on display game in and game out, and the guy redeemed himself twice in a row, which is rare to see, but the Mammoth are 1 goal back on the Calgary Roughnecks right now.
Here's Tyson Bell, shoots, great save for Capito, from Bouquet, and it goes in. As we're watching the highlights of transition goals from Joey Capito, and Tyson Bell scores a huge one, shorthanded, to make it 12-10 Calgary.
And I like the composure that this kid has. Head up, takes a peek behind him, and just kind of trickles in. Unlucky one there for Alex Bouquet, but great way to start the fourth quarter.
They might want to throw this flag, and Stroop does indeed. Almost similar to the Callum Crawford goal. He just got his toe on the line, and we're going to see if this is in time. The Calgary bench is saying no. And we're going to see if they're going to allow the challenge from the Colorado bench. You talked about that third quarter being a long one. The teams combined for 28 minutes in penalties. And are they gonna, no, they're not gonna allow the challenge. And this could be a costly one. Oh, maybe it would have been a good goal. Tough to say, but Stroop a little late throwing the flag. I think that would have been overturned if they would have allowed the challenge. So Calgary might have gotten away with one, and nonetheless, they lead 12-10. But here comes Colorado the other way with Greg Downing. Nice check there from Cummings, but the ball bounces off the boards. So holding. And Hope will slow things up for Crawford. McLaughlin, time and room. Shoot, score! Shoot till you're hot, shoot till you're not. And Eli McLaughlin gets his first of the night. He continues his hot streak. That's his 7th of the year, and gets it to a 1-goal game, 12-11.
Yeah, you know, Eli McLaughlin will describe himself as a 1-2 goal a game guy, and there he is chipping in. Zach Greer kind of causing some havoc in the middle there, and it's just an excellent kind of twister shot. We talked with Jeremy Noble, who has that similar shot, and that's a big goal for the Colorado Mammoth.
Frankie Giuliano got a piece of it, but not enough. Eli McLaughlin had tons of time and room to get that shot away. McLaughlin from Crawford and Hope. That's Crawford's 6th point of the evening. Time of the goal, 34 seconds. Tyson Bell's goal, unassisted, came 12 seconds into the goal. Still got 14 minutes to play here in the fourth. Digby just missed the pass. He was open on the backside. 5 on the shot clock. Dixon, backhand feed. Katoni couldn't handle it. Here goes Capito the other way. No numbers for Colorado, so Capito will slow things up. Now they have a slow chase. Hayward shoots, and a great save there from Giuliano as he came out high to challenge the rookie, who was looking for career goal number 2. Cummings to Lowen to Dane Doby. Doby watched by Capito, skips it far side, West Berg. Berg works with Digby. Finds Digby. Digby inside, shoots, top corner. Make it 5 of the night for Digby. It's back to a 2-goal game.
Tyler Digby, Johnny, you keep talking about his big body there. He does a great job shielding the ball. Kind of tucks it in and brings it back up and kind of surveys where Bouquet is in the net, and that high-to-high quick little snapshot is kind of been his bread and butter all night.
You can see Downing there was able to get a down clamp on him, but he's just too, Digby's just too big and powerful, was able to go through that and right down the middle again.
Digby had 3 goals coming into this game. He has 5 tonight alone. And the Mammoth get possession off the draw. Digby from Berg and Doby. That's Berg's 4th assist on the game. Here's Rouet. Greer, stutter step, shot saved by Giuliano around his screen. And there's Tyson Bell at center. Dan McCray. And now Jeff Shatler. Shatler one-on-one. Skips it far side to Dixon, working on Downing. Dixon, what a move, low to low. And a nice job by Bouquet to hold his post and stand his ground to make that save.
Good Mammoth defense on that last possession. That big frame that Digby actually got in Dixon's way there on that possession.
Here's Crawford. Skips it to Haywire. Finds Wardle, back to Crawford. Gets a pick, takes a shot high, just missed over the top, and Giuliano got a piece. Rouet was open for a split second, didn't get the ball. Now Crawford has it back. Rouet sets a standing screen. Crawford, backside look, Wardle, pass McDowell, shoots, scores! Haywire, but they wave it off! Wardle was in the crease on the backside. Colorado's got to get off the floor quickly. And that's an unlucky break for Haywire. As Wardle was in the crease, he thought the pass was coming to him, and he doesn't get out in time, and it stays a 2-goal game. It's 13-11.
Yeah, it's a good call by the refs. I'm curious to know if having that 3rd ref on the floor this year, if it kind of makes their job easier to not have to focus on more than what they really need to. And they're making the correct calls on the creases all night.
Loose ball picked up by Coates behind the net. Air mails it to Taylor Stewart. He can't get a hold of that one. An unforced error there by the Mammoth captain. Those are the ones that I'm not a fan of, the goals being called off, because Wardle had nothing to do with the play. He didn't interfere, and his momentum had taken him into the crease, and it's just an unlucky break there for Mammoth, but it happens so many times to everybody in this league. Here's Doby. Layman off the bench is Lowen. Comes back to Doby. Berg, isolation with Dixon. Now we'll get a pick from, shot in front there by Lowen, saved by Bouquet. He's able to cover up, and he'll make the outlet to Craig Reed. Reed gets across center, trying to find an outlet, finally finds Crawford. Rouet. Rouet, time and room. 8 on the shot clock. Crawford, isolation here right in front of us. And then he's stripped. Everybody bails. Crawford got to get a shot off. Jump shot late after the whistle. And the Calgary players are asking for a delay of game call. Johnny, can you see Noble on the bench? Has he returned?
He has. He's coming in and out. He's up and down the tunnel. He'll come in, take a seat, then he goes back down the tunnel. I have not seen him yet on the floor, but he is coming back from the tunnel.
Here's Shat. Dixon, late man off the bench. Finds Digby. Nice check there from Hope. Ball's loose. Digby finds it. One hands to Berg. Berg late in the shot clock. Glove save there from Bouquet. Loose ball. And it's picked up by Shatler. Shatler gets away from Robert Hope. Skip pass, Dixon. Works inside, trying to go far side high. Had his stick checked, and it's picked up there by Stewart.
Bouquet's seeing the ball very well right now. You can see the composure, just by his body language there. He's definitely putting this Mammoth team in a good position to come back.
Haywire to Greer. Crawford gets underneath, takes the flip pass. McLaughlin. Greer, isolation on Manning. 5 on the shot clock. Greer shoots and misses. This is going to be an over and back violation, but Jan McCray is going to chase onto it. But Colorado is back in time, and that'll take us to the TV timeout. Are you having fun? Because this is a typical Calgary, Colorado game. 13-11, under 9 to play live from Denver here on Altitude.
And that now brings us to our brand new segment, Versus. Last week, we had Curtis Dixon of the Calgary Roughnecks going up against Jerome Thompson. 2 incredible goals to start our Versus segment. And the fans voted, and coming out on top was Jerome Thompson, 60% of the votes with his behind-the-back goal against the Saskatchewan Rush. I don't know about this one. I was betting on Curtis Dixon coming out on top of this one. I think that Tyler Carlson really should have had the shot by Jerome Thompson, but nonetheless, fans have voted. That is our winner. And this week, he looks to take on Vancouver Stealth goaltender Ty Belanger that made it across on a wide open net and absolutely robbed Jeff Shattler. Let's have a look at the 2 goals. All right, so last week's champion, Jerome Thompson, eluded his older brother, Jeremy, split the double team before shooting a behind-the-back shot, which beat Tyler Carlson. That was in week 2. And now let's meet this week's challenger. We head to Vancouver for the Stealth home opener. Tyler Digby is going to cut inside, feed Jeff Shattler, who has a wide-open net, and Belanger stretches out to make the incredible save. Shattler doesn't miss many of those. All right, fans, who have you got? The champion, Jerome Thompson, or the challenger, Ty Belanger? Head to the NLL Twitter page now to cast your vote. And
it's a 2-goal game with 8:52 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Let's send it between the benches to John Gallant.
Thanks, guys. The Colorado Mammoth bench really emphasizing ground balls, off-ball support, and win the ground ball battle in their corners. On the Calgary bench during that last time out there, Calgary's really stressing the entry pass into the middle. They're feeling they're getting some good off-ball movement, good on-ball movement, but they got to have crisp passes on the entry. We'll see how it goes here in the last 8 minutes, fellas.
Calgary starts with possession. Dixon, Digby, Berg, Doby, and Shattler. Who has it now? Inside feed doesn't connect, but there's Dane Doby to pick up the loose ball. Doby knocked to the ground. They're going to call interference on holding. Colorado lucky not to get a penalty there. Reset to 30. Shattler watched by Sullivan. Gets a pick from Doby, finds some space. Here's Wes Berg. Berg comes around the horn, goes back down low, same side, Curtis Dixon. Watched there by Robert Hope, isolation. Now Berg will come and set the pick. 10 on the shot clock. Doby shoots, shoulder save from Bouquet. Ball loose to the far side board, picked up by Doby. A nice job by Jordan Gillis to knock it down, but he can't pick it up, ball still loose. And it's finally corralled by Berg, who finds Shattler, who's just gonna slow things up. Tired bodies out there on the floor, hands on knees. See if Calgary can take advantage. Dixon flips it to Digby. Watched there by Hope. Gets around, check. Digby gets inside. Bodied there. Triple team still has it. Able to find an outlet. Ball's loose. Nice job there by the defense of Colorado. But what a pickup there from Shattler. Swim move. Shattler. One-hand shot. That one just goes wide.
You see Robert Hope, looks like he's in some pain running off the floor. Tyler Digby using that big frame, powering his way down the middle. But like you mentioned, Teddy, they did a great job preventing him from getting his hands free and his stick free to get a shot off.
Here's Callum Crawford, 6 points on the night. And the team's leading scorer came in with 19. 5 on the shot clock. Greer wanting an isolation, gets a pick. Finds Wardle. Wardle shoots and just misses. Rocked by Chad Cummings. It'll be a shot clock violation on Colorado. Greer saw that play develop, and Wardle was open, and he just missed the top corner. Dixon. Calgary trying to use as much clock as they can up a pair. Katoni, the flip pass doesn't connect. Ball still loose. Nice play by Capito. He's up ahead of the play. Capito hasn't, he bobbled it. I think he was a little excited going for the goal for the hat-trick marker. And here comes Dan McCray the other way. Happy feet from the defenseman Joey Capito, but just couldn't corral the pass. Here's Wes Burke. Gives back to Dixon, backing in on Bryce Sweeting. Inside roll, Dixon dives, scores, goal. It's a 3-goal game.
And that's why they call this guy Superman. He saw his matchup there on Bryce Sweeting, kind of caught him flat-footed a little bit. Johnny, you might have some insight on that. And Curtis Dixon is one of the most composed guys, beating his guy underneath and figuring out how to crease dive. You see him reach around there, use that Superman dive, flying through the air. Finishes to the top corner.
Mammoth defense are getting tired here, fellas. A couple of long possessions by the Calgary Roughnecks. Dan Coates was being called for a holding penalty in that play. But to your point, Jamie, as a defender, you can never get beat underneath because there's no help for you.
Receipts are called on Tyler Burton, so possession goes to the Mammoth. Outside shot there by McLaughlin. Hits Frankie right in the face mask. And they're going to call interference here on Calgary, so possession will go back to Colorado.
Yeah, we always talk about, too, that lacrosse is a game of inches. And you know, what turned into that Roughnecks goal was Capito missing the pass, and you can't miss those plays late in the game here when you're trying to crawl your way back.
Shot from Haywires goes over top of the net. And when you have a tired defense, taking quick shots off of resets isn't exactly what you want from your offense, is it, Johnny?
No. No, it's not.
Tyson Bell floats it to Digby off the bench. Now Dixon, who has the latest goal for the Roughnecks. Watched there by Taylor Stewart. Dixon. Berg. Shatler. Fakes the flip. 4 on the shot clock. Round the screen. Shatler shot. Nice save by Bouquet. He'll flip to Stewart and outlets to Josh Sullivan. Calgary goal. Dixon, his 7th point of the night. Assist to Berg, his 5th assist of the night. Here's Callum Crawford. Gets a high pick from Rouet. Crawford, he'll shoot, hits a body in front. That hit Garrett McIntosh. No reset, 5 on the shot clock. Crawford spins. Cross-handed shot, got a piece of it. Reset to 30. Can Ward will come up with it? No, but Greer can. And he's just going to backhand and flip it to Capito at center. Calgary players wondering why there was a reset. Defensive coach Rob Williams on top of the bench screaming at the referees. Here's Greer to Rouet. Rouet and Crawford just be getting tons of reps here. Saved by Chiliano. Denied Greer. Here's Chad Cummings. Cummings gives off to Dan McCrae, gets it back. And then finds Dixon far side isolation with Robert Hope. Now Berg will come over, run some interference. Dixon, 14 on the shot clock. Dixon, one-hand flip to Digby. Short hop, nice pick up there by Lowen, who drives to the crease. Turn back, 5 on the shot clock. Inside roll, and Lowen tried to go short side as Bouquet had dropped. That'll be a shot clock violation against Calgary, but Curtis Dixon's latest goal has made it 14-11 as Superman takes flight. Colorado needs a 3 to get back in this game.
Pro lacrosse teams are now fielded in Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Maryland, Montreal, and Quebec.
Yesterday there was friendly competition and not so friendly competition. We knew our true colors weren't just worn on our backs, they were painted on our faces and hoisted as high in the air as we could possibly carry them. Whatever it took to claim our turf. Yesterday we left it all out there. Blood, sweat, tears, you name it, we left it. We kept ourselves focused and we kept each other in check, and the only thing we took were epic shots. Yesterday we saw more twists and turns in 8 seconds than most people saw in an entire season. We lost the ball, lost our minds, we lost count countless times in every game. If you could see the ball, that was a slow day. Yesterday physics didn't apply to us. Gravity wasn't welcome in our box. Armed with just a stick and a ball, we took flight. Yesterday we were the best we could be. Today is our day.
Welcome back inside the Pepsi Center where 12,730 fans have graced us with their presence today. In their first 2 home openers, Colorado averaged around that number. Buffalo upwards of 14,000 in Calgary right there with Toronto at 11 and 10, and the numbers kind of dipped down. But numbers seem to be up in some arenas here in the National Crossing, and of course, as always, the Mammoth baseball here, some of the best in the entire National Lacrosse League. So here we go. Bouquet making his way on the fake to the bench. We'll stay 5 aside. We're going to have to watch for Bouquet making some runs. Here's McLaughlin, gets a pick. Pass goes up out of play, and we have Mike Carnegie down. He kind of banged knees with Eli McLaughlin who came on the jump. And Dan McRae has it for Calgary. Oh, and that's what I've got a stick right in the midsection. His career set to pick, inadvertent. And hopefully for Calgary, Mike Carnegie will be okay. Here's Dixon, far corner. Comes high on Downing. Dixon, backhand feed. Berg can't handle it, ball's loose. Who's gonna come up with it? Ball's still loose, Dixon grabs it. 5 on the shot clock. And he shots at a bouncer, just missed wide. Oh, and they give him the reset, and Berg gets the loose ball. Unlucky break there for the Colorado Mammoth. Great job by Dixon to put it on net.
It's a great play by Westberg to get the ball back, and Johnny mentioned how tired this Colorado Mammoth defense is. It's those second chances that they get.
Now they're getting a hold here.
This one's going to be on the captain, Dan Coates. That free arm reached around. Calgary heading back to the man advantage, where they have been incredibly successful. 4 for 6 on the night. As Coates will sit 2 or less for the hold. And not a time you want to be taking a penalty down 3.
I think that's the 3rd penalty that Dane Dobie just himself has drawn today. Just a testament of his hard work and being able to shield the ball. And Dan Coates, maybe a little fatigue setting in. Just grabs his shoulder there, Dane Dobie.
If there was ever time to get a penalty kill, it would be right now. Digby catches the air pass off the end boards. Now Berg up high. Dobie. No urgency here from Calgary, and I don't blame him. Up 3 with 2.5 to go. Dixon. Backhand feed Berg. Shot saved by Bouquet. Reset to 30. Dixon picks up the loose ball.
Jamie, if Colorado does get the ball here, do you pull the goalie and go 5-on-5, or do you kill the penalty first?
I think at this point, if you're down by 1, you know, maybe not pull the goalie, but you're down by 3, I think you got to go for it.
Berg shot brings it off the left arm of Bouquet. Ball's loose along the end boards. Nice job by Shatler to battle for it. Mammoth fans to their feet, trying to urge their team on here late in this game. Dobie. Backhand pass from Berg to Digby, goes into the corner, but Digby's able to pick it up. 15 on the shot clock, still no urgency from Calgary. They're just happy to kill as much time as they can and take a shot late, see if they can't get a rebound. Dixon, Shatler, Berg. Berg shot saved by Bouquet, ball's loose, and he's just gonna sit on it and get the whistle. And now in the minute 20, they might think about pulling Bouquet, and they will.
I feel like if you don't pull them, you're just conceding the game, and this Mammoth team, they're not quitters.
Double backhand from Crawford to Greer, and his shot goes right on target. Bouquet is gonna have to hurry. Final minute of play here in the 4th quarter. Calgary holding on to a 3-goal lead. Ball's turned over. And what's the play? What's the call here?
Not sure what happened there.
Rick Lum made a call there for 8
and then
seconds.
Colorado just turns the ball over. I'm not sure what they're calling here. Too many men on Calgary, so it's a penalty shot for Colorado. Just, there was a lot of confusion on the floor there. Well, Calgary's going to get called for too many men here in the final 2 minutes, so it's a penalty shot.
Yeah, they probably got a little confused. They were breaking the ball up the floor, making changes to in the offensive end. And Gillis made a great play there, using his body to block the ball, and then Calgary had to go back the other way, so right call by referee Rick Lum.
Last weekend, Frankie Scigliano faced 2 penalty shots in less than like 30 seconds in Vancouver. Now he's going to face his third in 2 games, and it'll be Zach Greer. And this is a big opportunity here. A goal makes it a 2-goal game. Zach Greer one-on-one with Frankie Chiliano. Greer shoots it, score. No hesitation there from Greer. Overhand rip, and it's a 2-goal game.
Good patience by the vet, number 88, Zach Greer. I'll be honest with you guys, I had a penalty shot in this building a bunch of years back, and Zach Greer looked a lot more composed than I did, and I didn't score on mine. I tried the same move that he just scored on, and like you mentioned, that puts the Mammoth back within 2, and it'll be a very interesting finish here.
So Colorado still down a man for 4 seconds. This faceoff is hugely important, and Burton wins it all the way back to Dan McCray. 5 aside, Dixon has it. Now you gotta get a defensive stop here. Dixon on Downing. And Dixon's just gonna sit on it. Now he'll spin underneath. 5 on the shot clock. Dixon shot saved by Bouquet, ball loose. They'll call crease violation on Dixon. It'll be Colorado ball. Now Colorado's got to really push. They'll call timeout. And they're going to want some time put back on the clock. Should be about 18 and a half by my eyes, but we'll have to wait and see the official scorekeeper's ruling. But my guess is Johnny Gallant, they'll pull Bouquet, go 6-on-5 here, and try to get a quick one.
Absolutely. Quick one and a face-off win.
So Chris Gill will draw up a 6-on-5 play as we take a look back at Greer's penalty shot. Same place that Corey Small scored, just far side rip. Smallsy threw a couple fakes last weekend in Vancouver. This time, Zach Greer just went high and hard to get his 3rd of the game.
Yeah, we see the shootouts in hockey all the time. You don't see a penalty shot. It's very rare to happen in lacrosse. And the question for an offensive guy, you obviously want to go with your stick up over your shoulder. Do you just snap one off, or do you throw a couple fakes and bury? I've seen both. So it's a great strategy there that paid off for Zach Greer.
So Joey Capito is going to start with it deep in his own zone, probably the fastest guy in the Mammoth squad. So he's going to have to sprint this up. 17.9 remaining in the 4th. Colorado trails by 2. No goalie, 6-on-5. Capito, go right down the middle. And what are they going to call here?
Yeah, they didn't start the clock.
And now they do. And see, this is what I'm saying. Capito's not known for his goal scoring. He's not the offensive threat that Cal Crawford or Rouet or Greer or McLaughlin. If they're going to let him go right down the pipe, take that opportunity. He got the hot stick. He's got a pair of goals. If he can get 10 feet off the crease and take a shot.
Yeah, absolutely, Teddy. We'll see if they do it again here.
Here goes Capito. Now he'll dish off. Gets it back. Capito, a no-look backhander. They got to get a shot off. And then it's picked off by Calgary, and this will do it. As Dan McCray will throw it towards the empty net. And he just floats it over the crossbar. And that's the way this game is going to end. Another instant classic between Calgary and Colorado.
Yeah, it was a great finish there by the Calgary Roughnecks. They stayed composed the entire game. We talked about head coach Kurt Malosky being a motivator. He's also a great X's and O's guys. These guys love playing for Coach Malosky. And another upset here for the fans at Pepsi Center. And Calgary Roughnecks, we talked about them loving to play in this building, and they come out on top this go around.
Your forward player of the game from the Calgary Roughnecks was Digby. 5 goals, 2 on the power play, 6 points, 5 goals on 8 shots for a 62.5 save percentage. And what a performance from the big man from Calgary.
Yeah, I love this guy's game. We talk about his big frame is obviously his kind of go-to, but the guy's got hands, and he does so much for this Calgary offense. Clearly they lost Sean Evans there for last season, and Digby stepped right in and played a huge role tonight for the Roughnecks.
Your final score, Calgary 14, Colorado 12. We'll be back to wrap things up with final comments from the Pepsi Center. It's Mammoth Lacrosse on Altitude. Cross on out. It was a good start for Colorado. Jordan Gillis getting that first goal, but that 4-goal run by Calgary was really the thing that just wasn't able to be recovered by Colorado.
Yeah, bottom line, Teddy, the Calgary Roughnecks were the better team tonight. They stayed composed the entire game long. We saw some rough stuff, we saw some runs, but ultimately Calgary just stayed steady the whole way.
Yeah, that 4-goal run eventually chased Dylan Wards from the net, and in came Alex Bouquet, who actually played quite well and allowed this defense to settle down. And if it wasn't for that 4-goal run, Colorado probably wins this game, but you can't take goals away. And when you look at this game overall, yes, it was a typical matchup between these two Western foes, but it just goes to show how fast things can change and big leads can shrink in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, 100%, especially when these two teams are facing each other. The nice thing for the Mammoth is they get back at the same team next weekend, a week from tomorrow, in the Saddle Dome. So back to the drawing board. They got a lot of positives to take out of this game. Alex Bouquet is definitely one, so it'll be interesting to see what they do this week and see what they can change to adapt to this Calgary Roughnecks team next weekend.
I really think Colorado missed the services of Jeremy Noble after that hit by Greg Harnett on the boards. We didn't see him for much of that game after it, if at all. And you could really see this Colorado team get tired, not just defensively, but offensively. Callum Crawford and Jacob Rouet were going out pretty much every shift for the right-handers, and that really took its toll on the offense.
Yeah, and anytime you lose a player on the front end of the floor, you're going to have guys that have to step up, and the two righties that were going pretty much every shift is going to be the same look for the defense of the Calgary Roughnecks. So you really aren't seeing a lot of different things being thrown at you, and Jeremy Noble was playing lights out this game. It was too bad to see him go down. Let's pray he's okay.
And Joey Capito scored 2 in transition 6 seconds after Calgary was scoring goals. But that goal by Tyson Bell to start the fourth quarter was really a backbreaker that Colorado just couldn't get themselves back in that game. And every time they got close, Calgary would score another one, and then they ended up putting themselves too far in front, and that Zach Greer on the penalty shot goal just wasn't enough.
Yeah, you said it, Teddy, and great play by Tyler Digby and the whole Calgary Roughnecks offense today. Tyler Digby doing what he does best, getting in the net, crashing and banging, getting his teammates open. Hats off to him.
You mentioned they get right back at it as they'll take on Calgary next weekend at the Saddle Dome before facing off against the Georgia Swarm here in 2 weeks. The final score, Calgary 14, Colorado 12. Be sure to join us February 4th at 7 p.m. when your Colorado Mammoth face off against the Georgia Swarm here at the Loud House. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment. It is a copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Corporation, which may not be transmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NLL. For myself, the entire crew, thanks for your company, and it's goodbye for now.